Golly, I know you would approve, bro. Because I'd be a lot easier to deal with. Be like, all right, just go take a smoke break and come back. Oh, gee, not that kind of smoke break, bro. Think about cigarettes and whatnot. No, 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 not that kind of smoke break.
Hey man, sometimes with you, I need the other kind of smoke break too, bro.
But you know you can't handle that, bro. You're gonna hurt yourself. Relax. He said hanging out with me. That might get dangerous. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another incredible market open stream. The purpose of these streams is to show you my trading live so that you can get an accurate view of what it takes to be a successful day trader. My name is Roy Dunya. I'm a full-time day trader and the founder of Chart Addicts. Also the host of the FX Summit Conference, the #1 conference in the world for traders, investors, and entrepreneurs. Welcome back, everybody. So put a 1 in the chat if you guys took the trades that we covered yesterday. We covered shorts at the market open. We covered these buys at 16, 9, 10, and we had a lot of wicks. But ladies and gentlemen, we did it. The trade played out. Not only did we hit the TP at the top of the range, but we continued and we hit all of the take profit levels that we had mapped out yesterday. Put a 1 in the chat if you caught this buy trade. And I know it took a while. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you of something, especially before we start today's stream. We entered this trade about half an hour after the market opened yesterday, around 10:15 Eastern time. Then we got the first push at around 11:30. So this was during the live stream. I was, everybody's a genius. Retraced all the way back down, and then we did not get this candle push until 1 p.m. So right now we're on the stream until 1 p.m., which is 4 or 5 hours from now. That's when that candle really hit. So you're going to have a ton of fluctuations in your trade. You have to let them play out. You got to let them play out. Otherwise, you're going to be getting in your own way and cutting trades too early because of these retracements. It will take many, many hours. So have that level of patience, okay? Then the market came all the way back down, retraced for the whole session, and then right before the market closed. So this is 3:45 p.m. So about an hour and a half before the market closed, we had that final candle push all the way back up. And so the way that I saw this was a chance to re-enter. I was re-entering, taking partials, re-entering, taking partials, and I made back all the losses. You guys remember I was down 1,600 yesterday. I made back all the losses, and I ended the day in positive $900. So it went from negative 1,600. This is how it started. Well, this is right before the 1,600. This is how it started on the stream. I was taking some trades, took some L's, and then managed to slowly build back better. All right, had that negative 684 after the first one, had that negative 369 after the second reentry, and after the third reentry, once this candle popped off, I was able to basically make back the money that I had lost originally. Now, the reminder here is the goal is not to make back the money I lost. Right? That's not like how I should be looking at every trade, but that's how I look at risk management, which is I could make 3,000 on this trade, but I only need 1,600 to break even. So when I'm at 1,600 floating, I have a choice: keep holding, keep holding. Maybe it'll keep going to $3,000, $4,000, or cut my wins early. Cut my wins early and at least break even, and everything after that is extra credit. So that's exactly what I did. Once I hit that 1,600 break even mark, I made sure that I was back at zero for the day. And then everything after that, the runners, they continued to move in my direction. I took advantage of it, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. Today's trade, very similar action, except this one's a little bit sketchier because I don't typically do a break and retest trade. Actually, matter of fact, I never do a break and retest trade, but I kind of went on the pre-market consolidation was right here. We had the initial push in one direction, which was trying to entice all the buyers to start buying early, and then swiped all the buyers out. Now, why would it swipe all the buyers out unless it was going to go long? Why would it first fake all the buyers up and then swipe all the buyer stop loss unless eventually it was going to go back bullish? So the way I'm looking at this, again, I always have two scenarios. My first scenario is this is the previous low. So this is my higher low right here. And then this is the next low that I need to be paying attention to. So from the bottom to the top, I drew my fib, and the market has actually it's still respecting my Fibonacci sequence that I drew. The candle closed above the 88.6. Yesterday, when we were taking these trades, you'll notice this was the low of the pre-session consolidation. Here's the box. Here's the low. The market wicked all the way through the low, all the way through, and just kept smacking stop losses from the people who were too scared to set a real stop loss, a wider stop loss. And so it just kept crushing through. But what's important is that the body of the candles closed above the floor. So it was creating a higher low. The wicks might go under the low, but the bodies, this is what matters. The body of the candles, the real closure of the candles was above that pre-session consolidation floor. So you have a low, high, higher low, and that's why we had a continuation. So over here, we have a low, we had a push, we have a retracement. Even though the wicks are going to go under the low, as long as the bodies are closing above, by definition, it's a higher floor. And by definition, if you have a series of higher highs and a higher floor, the market is still bullish. This is my first scenario. This is the first trade idea that I'm taking for the day, and I'm already in this trade. The second trade idea would be a fill of about 50% of this. We have the neutrality zone here for my NAS100 folks. We could come all the way down to clear neutrality and then come back up. I would not take this buy trade again unless we either hit this previous floor. So I would draw a fib, bottom to top. 88.6 is right here. So this would be one of the options where I would buy it at a wick, like really catch a wick entry. It comes all the way in. Everybody starts thinking it's selling. Hold on. Everyone starts thinking it's selling, it's selling. As soon as it gets to this, what other people might see as a random area on the chart, we would be able to take a wick entry right here. And they would be left asking themselves, how? How, Roy? How did you do that? All right. Now, the safer option would be once you have that clearance and once you have this thing push all the way up, you can re-enter buys as soon as we clear above. So you can do half your trade on the breakup, half your trade on the pullback, and then you have an entry here, you have an entry here, and you can catch the continuation. So those are the two options. I'm already in the buy position. I'm looking for my TP1, which is going to be right here. 1970. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns? Put a one in the chat if you guys are still alive. We good? Happy holidays. We're happy holidays to you too, Sky Blue, and Merry Christmas to you. Roy, did you ever use rent or bill money to trade? Oh, Josh, you just gave me PTSD, brother. Yes, I've made every bad decision you can possibly imagine. I used to resell shoes. And so there was some shoes that I was never supposed to sell. I had the original, the first generation human races. I had the first generation Yeezys, like the Nike Yeezy collabs, and I had the Nike and Louis, or I had sorry, the Kanye and Louis Vuitton collabs, and I had the Kanye and Nike collabs, the originals. So I had Red Octobers, the Platinums, and I was never supposed to sell any of those. And I would make the mistake of selling some of my inventory, funding the whole account, and then blowing the account. And that happened to me a lot, right? So I had to learn. But that also gave me a certain sense of respect because once I put money in, I had to treat it like my goal was not to make money on this money. First, my goal was not to blow it. And that's really where a lot of my growth came from. Roy, it's gonna fill that imbalance. Guys, I know. But why don't you guys fucking pay attention, man? When I give you two scenarios, why don't you pay attention and just repeat what I just said? Now, most of you guys don't know what an imbalance is, but I just explained how we could fill this area here, grab liquidity, and then come back up. I would just repeat what I just said. It kind of makes me feel like I just said all that for no reason and that I literally just said a bunch of words and nobody got it. Is that true? Did nobody understand the words that just came out of my mouth when I first said it the first time? Or do I have to re-repeat it? Justin Lawver said that was the model straight from the masterclass. Yeah, bro, it's almost like the information in the masterclasses works, right? It's almost like we're not sitting here selling nonsense. Isn't that fucking wild? Only a new trader is going to expect a strategy to work 100% of the time. If you've been around trading for longer than 2 months, you understand the probabilistic nature of trading, which is the probability of that buy move right here was about 50%. It was a 50-50. The probability of the 88.6 trade right here, much higher. And so this is the probability of the game. We don't know that the trade is going to play out because if we did, I would go sell my kidney. I would go borrow a bunch of money against that collateral, and I would go fund an account with high leverage, and I would just go all in. You guys got me? So you never know which trade is going to play out. If you did, you would be a quadrillionaire. I am not a quadrillionaire. And so what I'm going to say is use risk management to your advantage. So here's how you got to think about it. Imagine you have a 100K account, funded account, because a lot of people do not understand. I'm still shocked at how many people don't know about prop firms. If you don't know about prop firms, you have your head in the sand. All right. I don't care what kind of content you watch. I don't care how you spend your time on social media or the internet. If you've done if you've done 2 minutes of research, 2 minutes of research, you should know what a prop firm is. When I say imagine you have a 100K account, yeah, if you're eating dirt right now and you live in a village somewhere, no, I don't fucking expect you to put $100,000 of your own money. Statistically speaking, nobody on this stream will ever be able to have 100K liquid to put into a trading account. All right, I'm not stupid, and I'm definitely not out of touch. So when I'm saying imagine you have a 100K account, it's imagine you went and took a challenge at a prop firm so that you could have 100K access to $100,000 of capital, quote unquote. You know, it's not real capital, but you're still going to be trading a 100K account. Whatever, do your research. So if you're risking a 0.25%, that equals $250 risk per trade. If you have a 2-for-1 strategy, which means that for every dollar you're risking, you're making back double, you're going to be making back $500 a trade. And if you have a 3-to-1 strategy, you're going to be making back $750 a trade. Okay, so this is what I mean by using risk management to your advantage. If you're looking at this trade, and let's say you risk $250 right here, and I'll put it in negative in case this trade does not play out. And then you have the trade at the 88.6. Oh, this is a tough one. This is ugly. But it's 2.15 to 1. So somebody tell me, what's $250 times 2.15? If I wanted to make back 2.1 on my money, how much money would I make if it's 2.15? So you'd basically take whatever you're risking. If it's $100, you take $100 times 2.15. If you're risking 250 on the trade, you take 250 times 2.15. If you're risking $1,000 on the trade, you take $1,000 times 2.15. Somebody tell me what the answer is real quick. Do I think yesterday was the type 3 heartbeat pattern? Of course. Shannon's locked in. Yes. We had phase 1, we had phase 2, and then we had phase 3. It was beautiful. Nathan, get it muted up, bro. Okay. Oh, shout out to my chart addicts. They said 537. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with the YouTube chat today, man? Why are you guys wilding out today? There's 100 people on here and nobody could do the math. What is happening right now? 537. Okay, so if I make 537 on this trade, Do I make back my money? What's the net difference between these two trades? It's about $287. Not about, but it's $287 profit, right? This is how you should be thinking about trading. So many people put all their eggs in one trade, and if that trade doesn't work out, they're screwed. You can't trade that way. You cannot play God and expect every entry to be perfect. Play the risk and reward game. If I lost two trades, imagine I lose this one too. Like imagine I lose this one at 257 to another 250. Okay, imagine I lose both trades at 250. If I win the next trade at 537, do I make my money back? So if I lose these two trades and then I re-enter at the daily low right here, and the daily low would have a better risk and reward, it would be 3-1, but let's just assume the same exact R&R. If I win this last trade, do I at least break even for the day? Yes or no? It says 537 espresso martini and wagyu on you. Josh, I don't hang out with any man that is going to order an espresso martini in front of me. All right. Unless they're with their significant other, right? I know some people, they love the espresso martinis. Brother, if I'm hanging out with you and you order an apple martini or an espresso martini, I'm walking off the table. Grab yourself a scotch, neat or on the rocks, off the shelf, and stop fucking playing with your drink. All right? If the drink comes with the umbrella in it, we're gonna have to have a conversation, Josh. I don't care what kind of wagyu it comes with. He says, bro, those are fire. Josh, you're losing XP points here, buddy. You're losing XP points. I'm trying to help you, and it's going backwards right now. All right. Grab yourself a Macallan 12, neat, or on the rocks. Fire up that cigar, and then we're gonna have this Wagyu steak. And we could have wine with Wagyu steak, right? You could have different types of whiskeys with Wagyu steak. Maybe a shot of tequila to cleanse the palate. Bro, if you're drinking Henny straight, you just want problems. You just want problems, right? Oh, what kind of night you guys want to have? Oh, what kind of night? What kind of night are we having? Oh, we're just drinking Henny neat. Oh my God. Oh, Lord have mercy. Guys, I think I'm sick. I think I sprained my ankle. I don't know if I can make it out with you guys tonight. That would be my excuse. Oh, you guys are drinking the whole bottle? Oh, the bottle came out? Okay. Henny neat? Oh, Lord have mercy. Please, drop me off at the next stop.
Bro, we're out here building an industry and you're afraid of some Henny, bro.
Is it afraid of Henny? Brother, have you been around the Henny? Have you been around people who are just drinking Henny straight?
I
Neat?
am those people, man.
I know, that's why I don't hang out with you. Bro, bro, you're literally in my mind when I'm explaining this. So price goes from imbalance to another imbalance? Not always. And guys, I'm not a smart money concepts trader. All right. That dude is just got his head up his own ass. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about imbalances. I gave you two scenarios, right? Do not overcomplicate trading. There's two fucking scenarios, A or B. You can call it an imbalance. You can say fair value gap and phase B on top of a fucking phase three, whatever the fuck you want to do. None of that is going to help you make money. It's scenario A or scenario B. Now, if you don't have the balls to hold drawdown, you're not going to make money. If you over leveraged on the first trade and you crushed your chances of the re-entry, you're not going to make money. If you don't have the balls to re-enter after you lost money, you're not going to make money. So don't focus on imbalances. Focus on the imbalance in yourself that's stopping you from holding these trades and making money. You understand me? The only imbalance that matters is the emotional imbalance that most traders go through that stop them from being the best trader they can be. That's the only imbalance that matters. You guys understand me? Okay. I'm praying I didn't get kicked out of this trade, but I think I did. I definitely got kicked out of this trade. Ladies, gents, I'm going to re-enter this trade one time because we still had the closure above the 88.6. My trade is still valid. If the body of this candle closed above the 886 and we have not hit TP1, my trade is still valid and we will hit TP1 before we continue down. So this is not will. there's a high probability beyond a reasonable doubt based on previous market action that because the market closed above the 88.6, and if it does that, it has to hit the 61. That's the highest probability action for the market to do. And because we have not hit that TP1, I think this is a liquidity grab just for the push up first. So on the next push up, I will be able to take partial profits, secure these two positions, put them in break even, and then await the next order, await the next market move. Actually, why would I even set a TP for this? Don't set a TP in a trending market. All right. Don't set a hard TP. If you have multiple orders, you can set a TP for a few of them just to make sure that they get closed out. But if you're holding a runner or you still have a piece of the position on, don't set a hard TP. That's one of the worst mistakes I've ever made. Is you set a TP and then this thing is continuing in your direction, and then it just hits some TP that you put up in like 17,000s, and you get closed out of a trade that should have otherwise continued to run in your favor. So here's my re-entry right here, slightly below the zone. And I'm going to move these negatives before I manifest this negativity in my life. You feel me? That was unnecessary. The trade is still playing out. So if you guys see me risk a considerable amount, if you guys see me risk like 500 on an order or 750 on an order, think about it in terms of percentages of an account. Now I have a 200K funded account with FTMO. That's what I'm using to do my percentages. So let's do a little quick thing. We're going to do a quiz. And if you guys pass this quiz, I'll give out some free seats to the next NAS100 masterclass. Put a 1 in the chat if that's a fair deal. We'll do a quiz, like a pop quiz. I'll throw it out. I know a lot of people are going to have the answer. There might be some timing and delay issues because of your internet. So I will allow multiple people to get the answer correctly as long as you provide a full answer. Okay? So don't worry about being first, but worry about having a clear answer because that's how you're going to win. Deal? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are ready for this game. We'll give out a few free seats to the masterclass today, which is a huge dub. And then we'll also give 1, maybe 2 free tickets to the FX Summit 2024 conference in Dubai. Wow. Wow. Free tickets. Corey Loper says, can I get a birthday shout out, Roy? Uh, you know what? Fine,
Happy
Corey.
birthday, Corey.
Happy birthday, brother. I was gonna say I don't even know him, but what if he's Jeffrey Dahmer? Golly, are you happy with yourself now, Golly? You out here just jump into the seat to wish Jeffrey Dahmer happy birthday? Is that
Bro,
what you want to
he's
do?
the one who has to live with that, not me. All right.
No, you gotta live with it. I'm
No,
gonna
I
clip it
don't,
back,
man.
but I'm gonna make it your producer tag, right?
That
Happy birthday, Corey, and then the beat drops. I'm gonna remind you of it every day. I'm joking, Corey. I did not mean to insinuate in any way, shape, or form that you were Jeff at any way, shape. Corey, happy birthday and the happiest of birth. W Corey's in the chat. All right.
hey man,
We'll
have
talk
some
this one
henny
back.
neat for me.
What did you say?
Said have some henny neat for me.
Actually, Corey was the person that said Henny Straight is crazy, LOL, which is why I decided to wish him a happy birthday because he seems like a sensible person.
Yeah. Bet you
He
drink Jack
seems,
Daniels, don't you?
but I could use some Jack Daniels right now, brother. When I
Bet
was sick,
you
shout out again. I want to give a shout out to 3 regions of the world that helped nurse me back to health. I want to give a quick shout out to my Haitians, the Jamaicans, and the Puerto Ricans out there for that recipe. I was putting alcohol in my drink all week and I recovered quick. All right. Did I get a little bit schliz? Fine, right? Did I let a few curse words slip? Did I start roasting a couple of brokers here and there, right? That happened. But at the end of the day, I think that we all won, right? You know who really won? The hearts and the minds of the traders. That's who won. And so, I want to give a quick shout out to everybody out there, Sac Passe, everybody, and Wagwan to all the Jamaicans, and we're just getting to it today. That's what happened. And I'm not even sick, but I still might go pour up one of those right now. Might make the stream slightly more interesting. Okay. Roy, why you stop podcast? I was a big fan of yours. I never stopped the podcast, but I wanted to make sure that every podcast that you guys go watch, we have over 50 podcasts. Every single one is relevant today, right? So they're universal and they're timeless. I'm seeing people just dropping a podcast every week. And if we want to compete in the podcast space, we're gonna have to drop a podcast every week. Now, what happens is I'm just gonna have to start getting random fucking bums off the street like these guys to go and interview random fucking demo trading bums off the streets. And I feel like that's where the space was going. The space was headed in a way that in order for you to have a podcast every week or twice a week, you're just interviewing anybody and everybody. There's a lot of podcasts on my channel that I am not proud of, okay? And they're recent because they're with people that later I found out were not 100% legit. And it was very, like, I ain't trying to give scammers a platform, bro. Fuck these people. So, long story short, I'm being very selective with how I do podcasts going in the future. And I'm just trying to skip levels and go straight to the top. I'll let you guys know this because most of my ops don't watch my streams, or maybe they do. They probably are on here listening and watching. So enjoy this little tidbit and give you guys a little advantage here so you guys can catch up a little bit. I'm about to fly to New York and go interview Pierce Crosby, general manager of TradingView, and potentially the CEO of TradingView in their New York office and then potentially in their Chicago office, depending on what location we're going. I want to go to Wall Street and interview real traders. I want to go with Bob Elliott and interview real hedge fund managers. I want to work my way up to the Ray Dalios. I want to work my way up to some of the top financial speakers in the world. And so that's where I'm headed. And this Forex space is getting worse and worse and dirtier and dirtier. And so I just want to distance myself from interviewing a ton of day traders and really just going for professional fund managers, professional day traders, and how they see mindset, how they move big money around, and what they look for. What they look for in terms of like before they fund somebody, before they give capital to someone, SMB Capital, for example, like Citadel Securities, these high frequency trading firms. That's who I want to interview. Would I ever go on an impulsive podcast over my dead body? I'd rather fucking eat glass than talk to those fucking retards. Excuse my language, right? That one was slipping and it was just on its way out and I had to stop. I couldn't stop myself. I threw the apology at the end. Guys, I'm working on it. No, you would not catch me dead on impulsive. Those people are a fucking disgrace to society. They're a fucking disgrace to their generation and it's literally cancer to the fucking brain. So no. No, you would never catch me dead on that show. Imagine I get on a show with somebody who would sell out his own fucking brother. Look, listen to me, people. Listen to me. If somebody would sell out their own brother, what the fuck do you think they would do to me? Think about that for a second. If somebody would sell out their own brother, not even for money, for attention, what the fuck do you think they would do to me? These people do not give a shit. They will clip up the worst, the most horrible things that I could have possibly said, and then they would make it seem like I endorse those views and all this type shit. Bro, those people are a cancer to society. And the sooner that their show gets canceled, the better. I'm not with cancellations, but the sooner that people stop engaging and indulging in that nonsense, the better. They made that motherfucker a billionaire. You guys keep that in mind. They made him a billionaire, and the guy's a fucking disgrace to society. He said they got good guests, you'd fit in. No, I wouldn't, because I would just shit on them the whole time. I would just tell them how detrimental they are to the next generation by teaching the worst, most horrible values of all time, a lack of camaraderie. Bro, George Janko, right? George Janko, the kid they had on that podcast, was the only reason I ever even watched that shit.
I
They
fuck
would
with
have good
George.
guests, but those guests, they go around to every podcast. So if I want to watch Rob Deerdeck or whoever the fuck they had on their show, and I want to really watch them, I would just go to the next better podcast and listen to real questions, not fucking the last two brain cells of fucking whatever his butt buddy's name is and him trying to come up with questions and shit. Like, why the fuck would I ever waste my mind? You guys know, you guys have heard me speak on this podcast. You guys are on this stream. You guys know how much value I provide. Do you really think I'm wasting my time listening to that shit? Then they try and fight you. Brother, nobody's bulletproof, and I'd come in with security, so no, they wouldn't fucking touch me. Imagine I let a WWE star and spandex put their fucking hands on me. God, people wake up. Logan Paul is a fucking YouTuber. Imagine I would ever be intimidated by a YouTuber. I don't care how well he can fight. Brother, this is not a game. Ask Dylan Dennis, right? Dylan Dennis had to save Logan Paul's life 5 times in New York because this is not a game. I am not a YouTuber, people. I am a day trader. And I also got a mean leg kick. So if he wants to nah, I wouldn't box Logan Paul. No, matter of fact, bro, give me as much load me up on the same horse tranquilizer steroids that he's on, and I swear to God I'd fight him. So living a generation that loyalty doesn't matter to them. Yeah, and that's why they're all fucking pussy boys, and that's why they're not gonna last. Everybody thinks that you can cut corners, be like, well, Logan Paul doesn't have any loyalty, so I don't have to either. Buddy, he's not gonna make it. He will go under. Right? He will go under. And unlike him, I'm not a slave to my sponsors. I'm a slave to the market volatility. All right. I don't know which one's worse. All right. So I'm going to close partial profits here, take some of my wins. I'm still waiting for my TP1 to get hit. So I will be patient for this, but I was in a few too many positions. So I had to do a risk management decision and de-risk on my trade. Still too early to move stops to break even. I do expect 2 or 3 more wicks before this thing really pushes up. But hopefully we can get this TP1 before the next wick down, just so we can be in and out this trade. Hold the bottom position with no TP, people. Listen to the words I'm saying. This is not financial advice. I am personally holding my bottom trade until, just for a continuation of the trend. If this thing is bullish, and the definition of a bullish trend is higher highs and higher lows, then the next logical thing that should happen is a new higher high. So why would I set a take profit at the top? I would take partials on the way up, but I'm not going to set a hard TP because there's a chance that we continue to the upside. Understood? You got Tate/West Energy. See, first off, that's even more disrespectful than saying that I would get on Logan Paul. Brother, Andrew Tate is is an OnlyFans manager that was jerking dudes off under the table because the girls he was hiring were too stupid to be able to engage with the men that were stupid enough to pay for that fucking platform, and he was just under the table typing out these things, getting dudes off under the fucking table. If that's not embarrassing, if that's not a deal breaker for you, you're morally skewed. People are fucking looking up to Joe Rogan and Andrew Tate. These are the heroes of men for this generation. Do you guys know how fucked we are? Jordan Peterson used to say we have a masculinity crisis. We have a masculinity crisis. I thought the dude was out of his fucking mind. If Joe Rogan and Andrew Tate are the heroes for this generation, we definitely have a masculinity crisis. Wake the fuck up. An OnlyFans manager who's probably a closet homo is not the fucking hero of this generation. These youngins all looking up to them because they don't have another option. They don't have another option. Nobody knows that you could be a man and you can have good values, but you don't have to fucking sell OnlyFans memberships. People, I've been broke. I've been broker than broke. At no point did I think to myself to start pimping women out. His whole excuse of I came from the worst of the worst place, but I know people from the worst of the worst place, and I guarantee you have a choice. There are dirty people that will sell sex because they are desperate, and there are people that will find any other avenue, whether it be robbery, whether it be selling drugs, and I don't condone a single one of these things. But if you were out here selling weed or whatever the fuck you were doing, versus if you were out here pimping women out, like you have options here, and I don't want to say there's a hierarchy of dirty behavior, but to me, there is a hierarchy of dirty behavior, right? Taking advantage of dudes who are lonely and depressed, and then giving them this sort of like bait. Like now he wants to be like the champion of masculinity when he was taking advantage of men who were down bad paying for OnlyFans. You guys understand this? He talks shit about OnlyFans. He was an OnlyFans manager. This guy doesn't have credibility to talk about shit. And on a real note, this is completely side note. If Logan Paul and Andrew Tate boxed, I think Andrew Tate would win. If Jake Paul and Andrew Tate boxed, Jake Paul would win. That's a fact. And if it was MMA, the Tate brothers would just get their knee would just explode. It just wouldn't happen. So long story short, the whole facade of what color is your Bugatti this and all this bullshit, how did that end up? The dude had 85 passports, because guess what? You got to be mobile. You got to be mobile, right? Because you can't trust governments. He got arrested by the most corrupt government on planet Earth. It's the fucking Ukrainians and then the Romanians. Very fucking corrupt countries. Okay, very corrupt. How the fuck do you get arrested in the most corrupt country on earth? You guys know how bad you have to fuck up? right? Them 85 passports, all the shit this guy teaches. You know what I'm saying? It's a massive fucking fraud. Every single thing the guy teaches is a fraud. All right, get multiple passports and be an international person. Boom, he roasted an autistic girl on Twitter, got arrested. Clown, right? Be a good man and make sure that you protect women. Okay, boom, let me pimp women out to horny ass dudes on the internet and then just take advantage of them and take the biggest cut of their OnlyFans money. Okay, boom. Let me go ahead and just like every single thing the guy fucking says is a giant lie. This is the hero of a generation. Wake the fuck up. You know what being a man is? Being a man is taking care of the people around you and not bitching about it, right? Men have it so hard, so I'm going to demand all this from my woman. Shut the fuck up. Your job is to wake up and go to fucking work, and your job is to build a life around you so that you can take care of the people around you without the expectation of shit in return. You're like, my kids don't appreciate me for all the hard work. Like, nobody fucking asked you to be a man. You choose to be a man. A man gets their fucking job done. Only in American culture do people bitch about being a man. Like, oh, poor me, I have to wake up and work. Have you ever sat on the beach for 2 weeks? I wanted to kill myself. I had money. I started making money trading. I'm gonna go drink on the beach, is what I told myself. 2 weeks later, I wanted to go play in traffic. You feel zero sense of purpose. Stop fucking complaining about doing your job. Take care of your family. Stop crying, and your family will respect you. You walk in like, oh, it's a hard day. I need to have a drink, and my family's got to do this and that for me. No, they're not going to fucking respect you. You're just a whiner. You walk in, you whine. TGIP said, good morning. Who's getting cussed out already? It's Andrew Tate. That's who's getting the butt. And look, and I like some of the Joe Rogan videos. You're telling me a UFC comment, this bald midget, this guy, the DMT guy who's doing shrooms on the fuck, this is my hero? The guy on shrooms? This is the man's man. Yo, the least relatable person on in America today is Joe Rogan. When was the last time y'all hunted elk? Never. I'm gonna answer that question for you. Never. Fucking eating elk jerky and doing DMT with Shane Gillis. How the fuck is that your hero? Did you watch the Tate George Janko collab? Yes. And that's what exposed when you're around someone as true as George Janko and as honest as George Janko, you get exposed in front of him if you're a fraud. Andrew Tate got exposed as a fraud. He just kept going back and forth on everything he was saying. He kept getting put into these obvious because the wisdom of the Bible was getting thrown into Andrew Tate's face. And Andrew Tate was out here trying to pretend like he was wise and had all the answers. You don't have the fucking answers. Open the Bible. There's your answers. Whatever your religious text is, open it up. Random page. There's your answers. The answers are not coming from this OnlyFans manager getting dudes off under the table. But okay, look, this is going to sound really fucked up because he wasn't sex trafficking people, but he was enabling online social behavior. But if he wasn't under the table texting dudes and getting them off, maybe I'd at least be like, all right, he gave a bunch of women a platform and he was out here just running the play and he was Bill Belichick. Okay, well, okay, that's a boss move. You got the keyboard because the women are not entertaining enough. You're with the keyboard getting these dudes off. How could you ever be able to speak to a man like that? Even type it out across a digital medium. You're out here like sexualizing men. That's crazy. Yo, there's nothing wrong with being homosexual, but this is just weird behavior. Guys, I'm off this topic, okay? You guys got me out here. There's going to be a lot of respectable people that hop on this stream for some sort of market value, and I'm here basically lighting up Andrew Tate and Joe Rogan. Am I up a bag on this trade? Did I catch wick entries? Of course. Did I do that on the side while I literally just lit up the entire social media dynamic? I did. Did I just dismantle the current social media hierarchy while catching a wick entry effortlessly? I did that. Did I just do that while explaining risk management? While the trades from yesterday played out perfectly, while this trade right now is playing out, that happened. You guys are watching this, witnessing this live. Some of you can't even trade and catch an entry without having to dismantle the social order. And I'm out here doing both simultaneously. And you could be doing this too, as long as you stop idolizing people like Joe Rogan and Andrew Tate. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. That's my TED Talk, people. I thought about hopping on the stream every once in a while with my shirt off and the shades on and just talking mad shit, just being like, just just bitches, right? That's all I'm gonna say. And maybe you guys, maybe I'd have 1 million views on the stream. Bro, it's bright as fuck over here. There's a little tent right here. Okay. So that's the deal. This is the deal, people. You can still be capable. You can still be as like we still fight. Everybody here still fights. I'll give you guys a stand up example if you guys want to follow people. As much as I talk shit about Gali in the chat, Al Gali is a solid person. My guy Bryce, he's got the CA Educators co-host in the Zoom. Bryce is a jiu-jitsu brown belt, been training MMA for over 10 years. Bryce could kill almost everybody in this chat with his bare hands, right? Like with his bare hands, kill people. But he's a stand-up guy, as honest as they come, a great family man, a very hardworking person, got great family values. Both of them do. So you can kill people with your bare hands and still be the nicest person, the most respectful person in the room. That is what being a man is the capacity for the capacity for he's capable. He's capable of massive amounts of violence. Jiu-jitsu people could literally kill you, break your legs, snap them in half like a fucking broken baseball bat. But these are the people that'll just be like, ma'am, can I help you across the street? Ma'am, can I help you with the groceries to put back inside your house? That's being a man. Y'all
You
got
got to
me?
be a dangerous person choosing to do good, guys.
Exactly. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than to be a gardener in the middle of a war. You don't want to be a gardener that just gets thrown into a war like, oh, now I gotta adapt. No, I'd rather be Gladius Maximus from that movie Gladiator, where he used to go tend the fields. He was a army general, but he doesn't want to be at war. We don't want to be at war, people. War is never the goal. Peace is the goal. But you can only do that if you're capable enough for war. They throw you in there, you're capable of it. He said, bro, fucking chill. Steve, don't tell me to chill. Right? Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? Like, how after everything that I just said, do you think I'm going to listen to anybody? He said, but he was fighting in the ring first. Bro, I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Um, Tate over Dan Bilzerian. No. I mean, Matt, they're both ass. They're both fucking useless. They're both useless. I don't look up to either of them. If you have not grown out of a 15-year-old mindset, you still look up to Dan Bilzerian and Andrew Tate. Why? Because you never grew out of the fact that, I want a fast car and a sexy girlfriend and this and that. Like, if you think that that's the goal and you haven't looked one step past what your day is going to look like when you wake up in the morning and you look yourself in the mirror every fucking day, that you have not evolved from a 15-year-old mindset. Plain and simple. I don't want Dan Bilzerian's life. Who the fuck are these random women? Like, brother, you're supposed to be protecting your energy, not just filling it with random noise. But I'm very protective. I can count on two hands the people that are allowed to be in my presence. And I don't mean allowed to be in my presence like I'm some kind of high and mighty. You choose who to hang out with. You choose how to protect your energy. I am not surrounding myself with anybody that is not 100% conducive to my success. All right, my top entry just hit take profit. Okay, boom. I'm floating 820 on that last position, so I'm already up about $1,200 today. I'm moving my stops to break even. Why? Because this is called risk management. I have zero risk on the table. I can lose $0. I'm still floating about 800. I'm about to take half off the table here. It's another 400 bagged up. And now I have a zero risk trade that could run. Now look at this. If we make it back to this previous gap right here, that's another 700 bucks. If it makes it up all the way to the top, that's 930 bucks. And if it makes it to the extension, which right now is at 17,000, that's where I'm aiming for. That's my next take profit. That's $1,500. So as it's floating up and I'm floating another 1,500 bucks, I can keep shaving half off the table, half off the table, half off the table. And I didn't have to start a fucking OnlyFans business to do it. Ha! Isn't that crazy? Two Step says W. Golly and Bryce. W. Bryce, W. Golly and Bryce. 100%. Lessman said he's an Andrew Tate fan. It sounded like it when he was defending him. He said, bro, chill. You're roasting Tate like that. Chill. Fucking pussies. All right. Guys, I was trying to keep this solid. I was trying to keep this professional, man. But these are things that have to be spoken on because when was the last time anybody said what I just said? Who was saying this stuff? Like, we need people to actually say the things that nobody's saying and just put an end to it once and for all. If anybody had gone out and said that climate change actually is not as dangerous as it is proposed to be, and we don't have 10 years to live, okay, we actually have 110 years before the ozone even starts to become an issue. We have 45 years before these things actually start to melt. We would have been done with this shit 3 years ago. But now we have DEI and we have the climate agenda taking over every corporation, wasting everybody's pension money on shit that doesn't matter. We're in a war in fucking Ukraine because no one wanted to call Zelensky a horrible actor and that he was a danger to America. Zelensky wanted to drag all of our American sons and daughters into a war that has fucking nothing to do with us. But the USSR fell over 40 years ago. We don't have beef with Russia anymore. Why the fuck we getting dragged into this war? Because this dude came in and everybody fell for this like snake charmer trans, where every fucking news outlet and every major influential figure was fighting for us to get into a Ukrainian war. That has nothing to do with us. The entire fighting age population of Ukraine is dead. All the men that could rebuild that country from the ground up are now dead. If you guys think that feminism, all this stuff, that men don't matter in society, watch what's about to happen in Ukraine when all the fighting age men are no longer there. That country is done, and they're about to lose all the territory they were fighting for. And they dragged us into it, spent $75 billion to money launder the money through Ukraine. Like, if one person had fucking said this, we would not have wasted $70 billion. We could have put that money towards the border. But no, nobody wants to speak up, and we all have to sit in a box and just say the pre approved narratives. Come on, man. Steve Lar says 21 and oh, with my girl stroking my cactus. Steve, yo, moderators, kick Steve out the chats, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about your cactus, brother. This is the problem with the Logan Paul generation is you think that your sex life matters to anybody outside of you. All right? I'm about to show you how little you matter and your sex life matters. You're gone. Everybody else can stay here and have this value. We can have a real mature conversation. You go back to the obscurity of your irrelevance. Is prop firms the only way to trade MT4 and MT5? You can still use you can, no, even Oanda and all the regulated brokers, they still operate on MetaTrader. I would not use anything on MT4 only because that platform is going to cease to exist this year. In the next probably 3 to 4 months, MetaQuotes is going to take MT4 off the shelves. You guys heard it here first. This is a exclusive for you guys this is insider baseball here. Okay. So I would stick to anybody that has MT5. So Oanda, Forex.com, Black Bull, Pepperstone, Ava Trades, Saxo, any of the regulated brokers will still be on MetaTrader. The prop firms I personally prefer because I like to trade CFDs. I don't like to trade futures. I want to trade CFDs. And the only platforms that you can legally trade CFDs on in America are the prop firms. Vanessa said, Roy for president over my dead body. Imagine after everything we've seen, we think that being in politics is the smartest way to have an impact. These are stooges. Everybody's a stooge. Everyone is a puppet for special interests. All right. If I have to run for president, I got to raise $800 million for my campaign. Where the fuck am I going to get $800 million? I'm gonna get 100 mil from a defense contractor. I'm gonna get 100 million from the pharmaceutical industry. I'm gonna get 100 million from the people who build tractors. I'm gonna get 100 million from the media corporations. And now I have to do whatever they want. I can't say that, like imagine the climate change people gave me 100 mil. I can't go out here and say that American excellence relies on us pumping oil out the ground and selling it to foreign countries because that's how we come up a bag. How is Saudi Arabia so rich? They pump oil, they sell it to all of us, and then they literally build $1 trillion skyscrapers. And we're idiots. We keep buying it. America makes more oil than we ever need in a current year. We pump more oil out the ground than we will ever use in a current year. So pump more. But I can't say that if the climate people gave me 100 M's. I just have to sit here and be quiet and just ruin the country. That's why politics is so stupid. How do you get 1 to 500 leverage on MT5? If I'm going to be honest, brother, first off, if you don't know how to get 1 to 500 leverage and you're looking for 1 to 500 leverage, you're about to blow your account. So I'm not even going to help you and enable that behavior. If you don't know how to do 10 minutes of research to find a 1 to 500 leverage broker, you have zero business trading 1 to 500 leverage, my friend. Okay? That's just straight up. Roy, did you ever get your interview with Terry? Terry. Who's Terry? Golly, do I have dementia, brother? Did I have a podcast with someone named Terry?
I have no idea who that is.
All right. I thought it was
I
just
think
me.
he's talking about Chris Terry.
You're talking about IML Chris Terry?
I think so.
Man, let me go fucking interview Sam Bankman-Fried while I'm at it too. Yo, stop fucking disrespecting me on my streams. All right. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. No, I'm not interviewing Chris Terry. I got nothing to talk to him about. Actually, matter of fact, I take all that back. Just because I interview someone does not mean that I support them or what they stand for. So, matter of fact, let me take it all back. Yes, I would interview Chris Terry because I want to know, what the fuck were you thinking? When you saw your affiliates out here capping, what were you thinking? Why did you not step in? You said, oh, I tried to step in and we tried to implement these regulatory. Chris, this is how this interview is going to go. Chris, don't lie to the people at home. You can lie to me. You can lie to yourself, but don't lie to the people at home. We all knew exactly what your affiliates were doing. And here's the thing, a lot of these prop firms and brokers today that are actively allowing their affiliates to push false propaganda on behalf of the firm. And then when you're like, hey, your affiliate said this, they'll be like, well, we can't control what our affiliates say. Those people are just as guilty as whatever IML was doing. There's so many brokers today. Someone's asking what the best course to learn day trading. Answer his question in the chat if you guys have an answer for him. He's asking what the best course to learn day trading. Go ahead and answer it for him, guys, in the chat. But if the affiliates are out here promising false returns, if they're making outrageous claims, if they're guaranteeing profits and returns, if they're making claims about the regulatory nature of that firm and how they're licensed, but they're actually not, and you're allowing the affiliates to do this, you are just as guilty as the company. Like the company itself is just as guilty as the affiliates. But what they all do is allow their affiliates to do the dirty work, to make false promises, to bring in everybody from US clients and all this stuff. And then they just throw their hands up and they're like, well, it wasn't us, it was the affiliates. Okay? Guys, stop trolling him with the baby pips jokes. Some people might actually go over there. Stop fucking around. Josh, you got one more strike, bro. You're funny sometimes, but you're also kind of a dummy sometimes. All right? Do not confuse people. Because if they're genuinely looking for information, they could just go to Baby Pips and start learning the wrong information. My friend, do not go to babypips.com because if 95% of traders are losing and 95% of traders are looking at the same information, you know that information out there is not valid. And so I would highly recommend that and that's obviously I'm biased, and so I'm going to preface it by saying that the individuals who are responding to you in the chats have already taken the course themselves. But we have this online program that's 3 days to learn my NASDAQ strategy. And this will help you learn exactly how I trade. And you can listen to the feedback of real traders as well. But this exact strategy that we've been using the past 2 days and the past 160 days, by the way, y'all, there's 3 days left in the year, which makes this stream number 97 out of 100. 97 out of 100. Congratulations, everybody. We've been freaking crushing it. We're going to hit 100 days straight of live streaming. And I've been showing my strategy working live for 100 days. What more could you need? How did I determine the stop loss from the entry? NAS100 Masterclass. And for the NAS100 Masterclass, folks, I will break down how I found this. Whenever you have the previous range, I went ahead and I drew a Fibonacci from top to bottom. And then when I was setting my stop loss, basically I had put my entry at the 886, maybe just a little bit higher at the body, but the 886 was like, on the flip side. And then I always put my stops below the 61. And then if you guys are smart money concepts, my imbalance guys who are out here imbalance trading, this is basically like you put your stop loss reasonably below the imbalance and reasonably below the 61 fib, and you'll be able to basically avoid getting stops hit in the case of a liquidity grab just like this. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to go use the restroom. Please stick around because I will be back in just a few minutes. Ask good questions in the chats and we'll cover that in just a second. I'll be right back. Oh, and secure partial profits because TP1 just got smashed. And I'm going to put up this TP2 right here. That's TP2 right there. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, this is why we take partial profits. This is why we take, drop a like on the stream, guys. It's a one-click solution. It's a one-click solution to drop a like on this stream and let everybody know what we got going on here. But somebody knocked on my door, by the way. That's why this took me a second. This guy was like, you guys know the last mile delivery drivers for Amazon? So he wasn't really wearing his vest, or he had his vest under a jacket. And I was like, bro, I'm not accepting a package from some random dude who just walks up to my door. I was like, how'd you even get my address? You know, because I'm a high profile public figure. You guys know, you know. So I was skeptical. I was like, how'd you even find me? He was like, sir, it's the address is on the box. I was like, huh, you know, that's a believable story, right? I was like, I'm not accepting this package. This is sketchy. The guy was like, sir, you ordered this. I was like, yeah, I bet I did, guy. Says one click solution. Hey, shout out to Roy speaking. I mean, somebody has to. He said, bro, WTF. I should have re-entered after it hit my stop. All good. Tomorrow's another day. That's the mindset right there, Steven. It's like, brother, win, lose, draw, as long as you know to walk away on time, as long as you guys know that old song. We were playing poker the other day. Someone was like, "Well, how do I play poker?" And I had to sing him that song. He said, "Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away." Yeah, that's how trading is. Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. Okay. So when it comes to trading itself, if you have a losing day, you have to understand the context of, okay, it's one trade out of 100. And we're not, at Chart Addicts, we don't look at trades in terms of like this individual. I take it one trade at a time, but I don't review my results except for in batches. So out of 100 trades, I'm likely to win 67% of them based on my win rate. Okay. Which means that 67 winners, but that also means 33 losers. Now, 33 losers is a lot of losses. Okay, we just smacked TP1 and we're using it as resistance. There's a good chance that we now fill this wick to the downside. So there's two scenarios here, just so you guys can understand live market action as it plays. If the market fills this wick, if price fills this wick with a solid candle, then this thing will continue down to the second entry. I will catch another great entry down here, and we're going to scoop this thing all the way back up north. Now, if the market comes through this zone and then wicks back above, I'm re-entering the trade. So you have to have the binary meaning two choices. You can't have 50 different things that could happen. You got to have, if the market does this, this is what's going to happen. And if the market closes and fills the wick, this is going to happen. This really comes from experience and competence about how the market works. And the more that you backtest, the more you can see this over and over and over again and feel confident about holding the trades. So the one thing I would say to the chart addicts folks on the stream is prioritize structure over individual candlesticks, because candle by candle trading is unbelievably, I don't say manipulative or manipulated, but it's inaccurate, because they're going to try to throw an individual candle at you that'll make it look like this thing is going to melt or this thing is going to fly. And in reality, look at structure. If structure has not been broken, then you got to hold the position. The reason I like getting wick entries is because even on the pullbacks where the market is doing aggressive retests, if you have a good enough entry, your break even never gets hit. You're able to kind of sideswipe this entire retracement. I really want to enter another position here. Oof. No, I'm going to hold off. I've made great money today. There's no reason for that. But I was seeing this wick form. This is looking good. But because we have a good entry, if the market comes all the way down, I might re-enter this trade because, it's still valid as long as the market structure holds, as long as support is being maintained at this level. The buy position is still valid. But this thing could retrace and create a higher low and a higher floor, and we will never get hit. We'll just be out here on the sidelines, just chilling, waiting for the next push up. Yo, after I made that comment about the one-click solution to hit the like button, we only got 5 likes. Yo, there's 160-something people on this stream, bro. Why you guys refuse to hit the like button? Is it something I said? And if it's something I said, what was it? My thoughts on Trade Locker. Jay Stunnin said, these streams saving my life. Jay, is it because you're taking the trades, because you're learning something that's very valuable? Because now I'm actually interested. Jay Stunnin. It says stream number 166. Yeah, I mean, so the reality is, guys, I've been live streaming for a long time. What I used to do is I used to only stream on Thursdays. Imagine y'all had to wait for Thursdays every week just to be able to hop on these streams. Isn't that crazy? That was like selfish, but that's because we used to have the VIP community and I used to live stream only for VIP members. Now, I love live streaming for the VIP members, don't get me wrong, but doing this on YouTube is very, very entertaining for me as well. So that's why we're here on YouTube now. But if you go to the live stream section of our because we have tons of playlists, guys. You can go and watch all the videos from the FX Summit if you missed the FX Summit previous years. You can go watch the workshops that we did when we traveled all around the country, right? When we traveled all around the country and we were just doing, those guided free workshops all over the country. We're going to be doing this all over the world. We have the world record breaking charity streams. So I did do a 24-hour live trading stream, and we basically beat the world record. We raised around $15,000 for St. Jude's Hospital, just live trading. We have a full crypto course here, 16 videos for free. I go through market news. I used to go through market news very regularly, but now these are here. We have the institutional insights. So people like Brent Johnson, who created the dollar milkshake theory, Ray Dalio, or sorry, not Ray Dalio, Bob Elliott, which is Ray Dalio's investment manager for over 10 years at Bridgewater and Associates. Good friend of ours, Lewis Neal, who was a former Cowboys football player, and now he is the founder of Sway Markets and Sway Charts and all the rest. Exclusive interview with TradingView. Who has the TradingView interview? Who has a TradingView interview in this entire Forex space? Who has an interview with the founder of Oanda, Dr. Richard Olson, the person who founded the current, like, yo, I'll look up Dr. Richard Olson Forex, but you see the research articles from, right? The founder, Dr. Richard Olson, the democratization of the foreign exchange market. This guy allowed us all the 0.01, the micro lot. He basically allowed lower spreads through the electronic trading. And if you guys look at all brokers today operate on this ECN network, it's an electronically controlled network of being able to buy orders and sell orders together in real time so that you can have the best execution. He started all of that. He had the largest banks in Europe, from UBS to Deutsche to Credit Suisse to all these banks as his largest clients. And then now, Oanda has his name. It's Olson and Associates. He's the chairman of Olson and Associates. It's O and It's Oanda. Isn't that crazy? And so he's the guy. He basically broke down how brokers work and really, really pitched it to us. 2,000 views on the TradingView interview, 5,000 views on this interview, right? 3,000 views on the Ray Dalio, on the Bob Elliott. But if I go to a day in the life of a supercar guru, we have 500,000 fucking views on those videos, right? I'll do the the day in the life with Raul. We got over 420,000 views. The other podcast I did with Raul, 200. The day in the life with Q Banks when he bought his supercars. This was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna hold you guys. This was a lot of fun. First off, my barber needed a raise because the barber I got for this video was on point. All right, but these are the videos that get all the views. And so when you look at like where all the value is, this man Q really has pet goats. This shit is crazy to me. Like, this is unbelievable. We got supercars. So this is what people wanted to see. We got all the supercars. We're chilling. But when we do like the actual podcast and we see Dr. Olson or TradingView, 4,000 views. But I drop one of these videos, 150, 200,000 views. Isn't that crazy? People are voting with their attention. That's when Raul pulled up. She was crazy. Yo, Dwayne, yo, son. We got Dwayne, are you still in here? We got Atlanta Premier Catering right here, bro. This is crazy. Dwayne, you see the hop out? You see how we did you right? Come on, bro. That's nuts. There he is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we got you right, bro. I hit Emil with the what do you do for a living? Oh, this was a fun video. This was the car reveal. He did spend $2.5 million on supercars for him and his boy Prince. So I mean, it was a crazy event. I had my team out there. It was absolutely nuts. So this is what we like to do, like just for fun and just for for entertainment and stuff. But this is what gets the views whenever I do a very educational interview. So I don't know. I was about to go through this thing for the live chart. So we have a bunch of different playlists that you guys can check out. Long story short, we have lifestyle videos, we have education videos, we have NFT videos, we have teaching people on the streets how to trade. Now let me show you the lives. Live stream, we've been live streaming for a long time. That's why if you see stream number 166, all right, so this is years ago. And we even had some before this that we kind of deleted from 2019, but we were doing the live streams. This was once a week. Okay, these are all 2021 live streams, 2021. Here's 2022. 2022. Here's the record trading stream. Okay, these I think are 2022. And at some point I said I was going to do my last and final, okay, my last YouTube stream. This was stream number 100. Okay, this was a year ago. And I completely stopped streaming. I stopped streaming completely. And then 2.5 months later, I was like, fuck, I got to get back to streaming. And so we just started doing Thursdays, every Thursday, did another charity webinar, and then we just been live streaming. Now this year we went crazy. This year we've been very consistent. You guys can see, like, just look at the dates. Very consistent. You know, the 29th, the 30th, FOMC, we have, yeah, these are all just every single day. Every single day we've been live streaming. And I finally started putting the dates on here. It's Thanksgiving. Yeah, you can see, like, okay, finally I started putting the dates on. You got November, we got the 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. We got December 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 7th again. We got 2 streams in the same day. That's crazy. We got the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th. We got the Fed meeting on the 13th, 14th, 15th, like all the way through. So we're really just streaming every single day we do this. So check out the channel, guys. We got tons of free value on here. Oh, 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 my break even got hit. Market is still testing that zone. It does look a little bit sketchy here. I'm going to re-enter the trade, but with low risk, and I have to plug in my Mac before it dies. Let me do the trade first. Last trade of the day. Only risk a percentage of what you've already made. Only risk a percentage of what you've already made. All right. I got to plug this in real quick before it dies. Come on, come on, come on. Boom. Saved by the bell. All right. If you've already made money, do not re-enter the trade. If you already made money, do not re-enter the trade. This is not for the faint of heart. If this thing crashes all the way through, I'm going to re-enter the bottom position as well. And yeah, that's how it is. Bag your wins if you bagged your wins. Oh, and duh is crazy. Isn't that wild? Olson and Associates. I've learned to stay away from the Lambo life preaching content. Shit is honestly ass and basic and won't actually help me. The actual information comes from the 2-3 hour long live streams and interviews. Frenchie, man, this is why we built the best culture around here, because we're just attracting the people that see through the noise and really understand where the value is coming from. I respect that a lot. Respect that a lot, for sure. All right. It says, Roy, I'm a DPD. So I never wear my vest. All right, Crystal. This is why you're going to show up to my house with no vest on, expecting me to take the. No, Roy, I'm a DPD driver and I also don't wear my vest. But I'm not opening my door. Sketchy person's like, oh, I got a package for you. But I'm an important person. Right? Plus, I'm too Arab to just be accepting random packages. I feel like it's a little crazy. You can't just accept random packages, guys. I'm a public figure. Roy, your battery is low, but Jas, thank you. That question still coming? Question mark. I don't know which question. I think we're a little bit past that. Want to give you respect for your trade yesterday, Roy. Well, thanks, Nathan. What about the last 100 trades, bro? What about the last 100 live streams of me literally doing this live? Jay Stunnin says, your outlook on the market makes sense to me, and I like the way you execute and manage trades. That has been something I have challenged with. If you don't have a clear system, it's always going to be a battle of should I close, should I hold, when should I not get back in? That's why I want people to learn this strategy, because then you can make decisions not based off how you feel, but based off of if the structure is still holding based on how we understand the market, then the trade is still valid. That's how I've been building my entire life. All right, I'm closing the top entry because I got a way better entry at the bottom. Oh, and now I got a wick. Oh, the wick for the re-entry. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, not guaranteed for this thing to fly, obviously, because this thing could come back and fill the wick. Let me not get too excited here. But the ability to have closed that worst entry and held the bottom one, this is what I like. This is what I like. I'll even move. Now, I'll move my stops to break even as soon as we break back above this candle high right here. So if we see it on the smaller time frames, is as soon as we clear this area, now it becomes very likely that we're going to fill this wick to the upside. So as soon as we clear that area, I would look to protect my trade. Otherwise, it might just keep playing here before it really pops off. So I do want to give it just enough time and just enough room to finish playing out. Now, if you did take the re-entry and you want to protect or cover your trade, you can cover it because if you're in profits, there's no reason to put capital at risk again. So that's your choice. Okay. People want the results, not the hard work behind the results, unfortunately. The thing is, once you understand the strategy, it really should not be hard work. Like, guys, we all have jobs, or we've all had jobs. That's hard work. Not touching your mouse and not messing with the trade is not hard work. The reason that people find trading difficult is because they do not accept the risk of what they're doing. If I'm risking $100 on that, or if I'm risking $500 on that current trade that I'm in, if I'm not okay with opening the chart and seeing the negative 100, I'm going to be in a horrible state of mind. I'm not going to be ready for, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be prepared to trade. Yesterday, when I was down 1,200 or whatever it was, I had to be ready to accept these $600, $500 losses. I have to be ready for that. What's the worst case scenario that could happen here? Wick fill, I get kicked out, and I lose the trade. Now, if I accept that, I can go and work while the trade runs. If I accept that, I can go and have a healthy life while the trade runs. If I'm scared of losing and I'm just every pip that goes my way, I'm excited. Every pip that goes against me, I'm getting more and more nervous. That's not trading, that's gambling. My favorite podcast that I did about this was with Jessica Lane. All right. Female day trader out in Atlanta, absolutely crushing it. She opened a school in Africa and she bought, she's a great person. And she was an Olympic trial boxer. She went to the Olympic trials for boxing. She was a very talented boxer at the same time. So Jessica told me something that stuck with me. She's like, if you have a strategy, you're not supposed to be nervous in your trades. And I have a different take on this. I'll give you guys my take in a sec. But she's like, most people just enter a position, cross their fingers, have mad anxiety while they're in the trade, and then just pray it goes their way. That's what trading is for a lot of people. And I understood that because I used to be there. Like, she explained it so well. I was like, yo, I get that. I understand how that feeling is. If you're uncomfortable in a trade, you either don't know what you're doing, in which case buy the right course. And if you do know what you're doing and you're still nervous in the trade, it's because you either have not accepted the risk or you're over leveraged. So write this down. The reason why you're uncomfortable in a trade is either because of over leverage, you are over committed based on what you can emotionally handle. You don't understand the strategy, so you don't really know what you're waiting for. If you don't know what you're waiting for, if you don't know what you're nervous about, you're going to be anxious. You're anxious for something you haven't really put a face to it. So understanding the strategy and then over risking. And then she basically explained both of those with her statement. So that'd be the two. Yes, like somebody also asked me yesterday what we stand for, and I actually have to break this down because if you guys are new to the streams, it's important for me to establish very clearly what we stand for and what Chart Addict stands for, and how that relates to myself and my own beliefs. You guys should not be following, or you guys should not be learning from anyone that is not directly aligned with where you're trying to go in life. So I'll tell you where I'm going, and I'll tell you guys where my priorities lie, and you guys can choose whether you want to be on this boat or not. Okay, there's three things that I really look for in a team that I'm building at Chart Addicts, in traders that we want to be surrounded with, and in what I believe to be the formula for successful trading. Number one is competence. You have to be competent. A lot of people just string together a bunch of words that sound good together, but they don't really know what they're doing. They don't know that if the wick fills, that means there's a continuation. There's no competence in the actions or decisions that you're making. So competence is going to be that first one. Number two is total self accountability. Okay? I don't care what they did to you. I don't care. All right? It probably was her fault, but it's your responsibility to move forward, to learn and move forward. I don't care what the broker did to me. I can't keep crying about the broker freezing my account and I lost my money. My dumbass chose that broker. Total self accountability is the only way to succeed in trading and the only way to have a prosperous life. So you have to have total self accountability. And I know a lot of competent traders that still have not accepted this one. And that's why they keep making the same mistakes because they have not taken responsibility for the mistakes they're making. Okay. Last week, I took 3 trades that were against the direction of the trend, and I lost every single one. Now I can say, damn, bro, the market is just ripping. Dude, the market's being irrational. Or I can take total self accountability and admit that I was trading against the clear direction of the trend, and that was my fault. And then number 3 is a growth mindset. A growth mindset means that there is no limit at all on where you think you can go. All right? You have the ability to learn anything. And you're not one of these people that just like, oh, I'm not good at playing instruments. Oh, I'm not good at languages. Oh, I'm not good at math. And then you just write off the whole thing. And you just never even try. I don't care if you're good, bad, at whatever. The growth mindset means that if I put my mind to something and I genuinely apply myself, I can achieve almost anything I want to. And you have to believe that in order to actually do it. And so these are the 3 pieces that I stand for. This is what I have built Chart Addicts around. Is first, I want to make you the best trader you can be. You do not have to like me, and I am not here to be your friend. I'm here to make sure that you are competent because a lot of traders, even the ones who are teaching this crap, they do not have a competent understanding of what they're doing. So that's my first priority. The second one is to really hold everyone accountable. If you fucked up, you fucked up. If we fucked up, we fucked up. But we have to be accountable because otherwise we can't make progress. If I lose this trade and I blame the market, do I learn anything? Do I take anything away? Do I grow as a trader? Do I get better as a trader tomorrow? No. If I lose this trade and I say, okay, there was a clear rejection candle here, there was clear signs that the market could continue to the downside. I ignored those because I wanted to be in another trade. What mistakes did I make to lead up to that re-entry? Make sense? Total accountability. And then the third one is a growth mindset, is the belief that I can take all this info and I can use it to grow every day in every way. So put a 1 in the chat if you are committed to these 3 ideals. And that means that you guys belong in this community and you guys belong in this environment. And that's just, I want a show of hands here. Who believes in these 3 values? Oh, Crystal said the free or the quiz question for the free seats. Let's do one more quiz question. Okay. Oh, wait, that's going to be very specific. You guys might answer. Actually, this is going to be for the masterclass folks. Let's go. How would I find the lower entry to re-enter at the bottom here? Based on this whole sequence, how could I find the best re-entry price for a buy? Okay, that's the next quiz question to say or to see who's going to get the free seats, even though the people who are going to answer this have already taken the class. Roy, shouldn't you give the opportunity to someone who hasn't taken the class yet? No, I'm going to reward the people that invested in themselves. Okay, and you can choose to bump the free seat to somebody else or give it to a friend or whatever. Okay. Ken said, guys, the least we can do to pay Roy is click the like button. He's giving us a lot of value. Ken, I appreciate that. That's just a respectful thing to do. People want the results, not the hard work. Your outlook on the market makes sense to me, and I like the way you execute manage trades. Okay. Rory says, measuring from the previous fib floor. Close. Fib from the low to high, 886 retracement. Yes, but which low to which high? Yo, I'm crazy. I'm gonna enter another position. Matter of fact, if you can also bonus question, I'll give you 2 free seats if you can tell me why I just re-entered that position right there. Okay. 1 hour support, a fib low to high. So TGIP and Rory, you guys are both correct, but I'm looking for a very specific answer here. Consolidation area, take the low of the body and take it to the new high wick of the fib and look for an entry. Chris, how do we get Chris's email? Chris, email us right now with a screenshot of whatever you just did, or just let us know, hey, I'm Chris from the stream, and you got to be able to prove it. Okay, so Chris from the stream, you just got that free seat. Congratulations. And if you want to bump the seat to someone else and give out a free gift today, help yourself. If you want to keep it for yourself, you're more than welcome to. You just earned it fair and square. So, ladies and gentlemen, Chris, put W Chris in the chat. That was rock solid. Now, somebody else said 88.6 for the fake whipsaw. Close. None of you guys got the reason why I entered this. I'm just going to say exactly why. Fib from the low here. This is a 15-minute fib. 886 re-entry. 88.6 re-entry. We just hit the 61% fib right here. Oh, I was going to close that top trade. Damn. We just hit the TP1. So I wanted to close out. Now, look at this is very interesting. The bottom trade is running at $160, and the top trade was just in drawdown a little bit, like -30, -40. So even if you're in this scenario, if your bigger entries at the bottom, you can close out the worst of the two, and you can hold the bottom one. Okay. I'm de-risking that trade, and I'm going to get ready to protect this here in just a second. So I'm risking about $188 on this trade now. Top side, once this thing plays out. So I'm risking $188. Let me actually be a little bit more generous here. $230 to make $920. That's a good R&R. Had I gotten an even better entry on the wick, this would have been a much better risk and reward for this trade. So that's a solid trade. And the reason I'm taking it is because of the risk and reward, not necessarily because I don't think it's going to fill the wick, but because if there is a good entry, it's going to be as close to the bottom of these wicks as possible. That's where the best entries are always at to get the best R&R. And so, yeah, you can use the 88.6 strategy on the 15-minute on any. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. We got the phase 1, we got the phase 2, and we got the W in phase 3 with the 88.6 retest. I had to take it. I had to take it. Come on. What was I going to do? Not take the. Come on. Everyone's throwing W, Chris. Good stuff. Yeah. Chris, email us at info@chartaddictsfx.com to claim your free seat. Let me check with the Zoom chat real quick because I know the Zoom calls, you guys definitely got it. Lesman said, I used to be that person. When I would enter a trade, I used to cross my fingers and hope for the best. Now I'm killing it with the chart addict strategy. Effing game changer. Lesman, that just made my day. I love to see it. Mike says 886 body to wick. Yes, sir. Shannon says measure the final from B2W from the bottom to top. Shannon, yes. God, you guys are making my day, man. I should have checked the Zoom call first and just had some pride and joy for the day. 886 the low. The range J Olivier already on it. Stephen Barry, you already know. London low. Ooh, Janae. Ooh, hold on. Which London low? No, it's Australia's low. But I mean, it has been London's low the past few days, but it's Tokyo low for the 886 usually. But you're still correct because the London low is the exact same. So good call there. But just usually it's the Tokyo. Steven said Asian lows. Again, it's going to be Australia, but Tokyo as well. Good stuff. 886 on the 15-minute. Mike, God, man. Mike, bruh, that guy, right? Mike, even that dude, all right? You've been absolutely crushing it with the strategy. Win or lose, that was too good of a trade to ignore. It was just too good of an entry. And I got to close that earlier entry. So I love this game. Now, because of this 88.6 should have closed above. So if you guys see kind of my set right here, we had the 886. Oh, we did close above. Oh, stop playing. We did close above the 88.6. That's crazy. But we also hit TP1 with that fat rejection. Oh, God. I want to enter that 88, the 786 retest right here. But that's just too many trade decisions. The reality is, with every trade decision that I make or that any of us makes, there's a diminishing effect, which means every decision gets worse and worse because you're exhausting your decision-making capacity. And so, strictly because of that, I'm going to let this one go. Not let it go because obviously I'm still in this position, but I'm going to let the re-entry go because if I was still sharp and I was still fresh, I could, I think, make a much better judgment than right now, 2 hours after the stream, and re-entering my fifth or sixth trade. Every important decision you make in a day has a diminishing return on the next decision. You only get so many in a day. All right. Thanks, guys. Looking forward to it. And special thanks to Roy and the Chart Addicts team. Very special thanks to the Chart Addicts team, guys. Without them, none of this would be possible. All right. Say W Chart Addicts team or WCA team because you guys know me. I'm a very competent person. I take full self-accountability. I'm always growth-minded, but I'm not full capable with 100% of everything that I do. Right? I need people that are competent around me in certain areas that I'm not competent in. I need people that are going to hold me accountable at times that I don't hold myself accountable. And I need people to have that growth mindset so that we can all continue to think of new ideas for you guys as traders to ask, like, this is really what we do at Chart Addicts. Here's how, literally, I'll tell you how our business meetings go. There's literally two questions we try to answer. Number one is what can we provide to genuinely help traders go from frustration and losing money and losing their family's future to I now know what I'm doing, to having the competence, the self-accountability, and the growth mindset to be able to move forward. What can we do? At first, it was a group chat where everybody can come share ideas. Eventually, we realized that, you know, if you have a bunch of people in the group chat that are not serious, they're going to drag down the culture in the group. So we became a lot more limited about who we let in. And then eventually we realized I can't just show my strategy and I can't just teach basic concepts. I have to give a step-by-step explanation of my strategy, which I've been avoiding for a while because imagine giving away your baby. Like imagine giving away what you've been working for so many years and you finally cracked it and now you're giving it away. It was a tough choice for us. But when we only have Chart Addicts only exists for the purpose of taking traders from that frustration phase to finally being profitable. And if that's what was going to do it, we had to go through with that. And these live streams are the same exact way. If I teach you the masterclass, but I don't give you guys a forum to watch me demonstrate the concepts and allow you to simulate the concepts for yourself, you'll never have the total understanding. So the two questions we try to answer is what can we do to further advance this goal of helping traders become successful? And then how can we compete with all the social media marketing guru BS that goes on to where we can actually get enough attention to get people the right info? Because this is not sexy. No one signs up for accountability. No one signs up actively for, being competent. They want to make the money. They want the lifestyle. Show me what my life is going to look like once I'm balling. Newsflash, I don't give a fuck what your life looks like once you're balling. What you do with your money is your business. You want to go buy supercars? Have at it. How the fuck am I going to tell a grown man how to spend his money? My job is to get you rich. Whatever you do with that money is up to you. If I create a bunch of monsters, so be it. But at least I'm going to try to attract the right people so that I'm not giving this information to the wrong folks. Because you can just take this and go out and start making your own money and then just not do anything productive with it. And instead of having a strategy that can help you build generational wealth by investing in solid assets, you're going to go and do dumb shit. That's fine, right? We've had hundreds of traders that have gone and even started using the strategy and not giving us credit. Like, this is the way that goes. So, long story short, the two questions that we ask are how can we help traders move forward? And the second one is how can we actually get this info to people because there's a ton of noise and crap out there. So put W's Chart Addicts team because they help this continue. And it's not easy for these folks. Some of these guys have a lot of other shit going on in their life, right? Family problems or whatever. But every single person on the Chart Addicts team is 100% committed to that mission. And I thank them for that every day because this shit is not easy. A lot of ungrateful people, a lot of grateful people, a lot of easy work, a lot of hard work, a lot of competition with the supercar people, all this bullshit that we have to constantly fight against. But we do it with no complaints, and we do it with the best of our abilities. Malik said, and God will reward you for not being selfish, giving guidance, mentality, and in the charts for sure for others. Of course. But this is the thing I said as a man. Okay, as a man, my responsibility is if I choose to give to my family, to my community, to the people around me, I have to do it without the expectation of receiving. That's the ultimate fulfillment. That's the ultimate sign of love. That's the ultimate sign of being a man, is giving without the expectation of receiving. If you're doing all this stuff for the people around you and you're like, oh, these people don't appreciate me and they don't do this, and they don't do that, shut the fuck up. The greatest joy in life is giving without the expectation of anything in return. And that's how you show what you actually care about. That's what real sacrifice, the word sacrifice is. That's God. As God did. W Char Addicts team over and over, 100%. And look, if I wanted to stop these live streams, the team would convince me not to. Now, obviously, the team supports the decisions that we all make because we have to find something that works and something that's sustainable. But I guarantee you the team would encourage me to keep doing the live streams because there were times where I'd go to the group and I'm like, guys, we got 20 people watching this shit. Now, I respect myself too much to be out here for 3 people show up to the stream. But they would ask me good questions. Is my job to be like, am I trying to be Logan Paul? Am I trying to run up the views or am I trying to have impact? If I'm trying to have impact, who gives a fuck if 3 people show up or 3 million people show up? It's the same amount of work. It's the same message I'm going to be giving out. It's the same trades I'll be taking. You guys got me. So shout out to the Char Addicts team, man. If I don't give you guys enough credit, let that be it. All right. 88.6 got tapped on the 15-minute. People, stop fucking playing with the strategy. 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections at the 886. That's the prime entry down there. 78, we closed above it twice already. Now we just hit TP1 again. So we already hit TP1. With this 88.6, it hit TP1. Now we're going to cross TP1, potentially hit TP2 right here. Okay? I love this game. I live for this. I live for this. All right. God, I got this, I gotta go get some nasal spray or some shit, dude. I feel fucking stuffed up. It's living with like a heater. You know, like when it's cold and you got the space heater out and shit, and it just dries up the room. This shit's fucking me up. Walter was responding to what I said to Janae. He said, lately it's been the low of London. Yeah, that's why I told Janae that both work. It's like the low of Australia is the most common, but the past 2.5 weeks, it's clearly been the low of London. So you guys are right, 100%. Or 99%. Let me not say 100. Oh my God, if I get this broker question again. It's what I'm doing. I expect nothing in return when I help someone. Exactly. Because that's how you become bitter. You're like, how many times y'all, and maybe this is you. If you're that person, bro, shame on you. Okay. But hopefully this is your wake up call today. You'll ever talk to your friend and they just always talk about, not always talk about, they talk about how it's like, I did so much for that person and they didn't appreciate me and they didn't do this and that in return. But you just haven't been around long enough. Like this must be your first human relationship. This is the beauty. This is like the ups and downs of having real human relationships. There's a huge risk to trust. Trust comes with risk. You can't trust your significant other with your deepest secrets and understanding, everything about you, and there not be a risk associated with that, with them using that against you. But that's the whole point, because the upside of trust is bigger than anything you can ever imagine. Guys, I just went to the bathroom, right? And I left the entire stream in the hands of my team. Okay? With no warning, with no type of, they don't get a note sheet or whatever. That's trust. I can trust the entire audience and the brand and credibility of my company with these guys without knowing what they're going to say or what they're going to do, because that's the level of trust I have. And if I can't have that, if I can't take my eyes off the ball and trust these guys to do calls with you, to be on the, to be in front of all of you guys, we would not be, we can't move the ball forward. Trust has massive upside, but it also comes with risks. And so if you're going to go out there and help a bunch of people, you can't do it with the expectation of something in return. The risk is that here's the risk of me doing these live streams. Let me tell you what trust looks like. The risk of doing these live streams is you guys learn the strategy, start becoming successful, don't give us any credit, go fuck off, and just say that you learned this for yourself. Or even worse, like some of these dickheads out there, watch my streams, copy my trades, and don't give me any credit, and then go start their own company or their own stream. That shit pisses me off. And I'll be honest, if you're going to compete with me over my own game, rest in peace to you and in the remains of your carcass, okay? But that is the risk of me giving my strategy out in the public. There is a risk with that. Now, what's the upside to that? The upside is that a lot of you will use this strategy to change the circumstance of your life and will be able to be a testament to hard work, competence, accountability, and growth mindset. And I'll be able to say, like, these principles that we've built everything around, they are the true path to success in trading. And that upside is worth everything to me. To hear the stories of you guys when we're going around the world tour, and you tell me, Roy, I started watching your live streams, I took the master class, 6 months later, brother, I've been able to pay off my car. I just took my family on my 3rd vacation this year, and last year we couldn't even go on vacation because it wasn't in the cards, right? My wife has this issue, and I was able to retire her this year because of the decisions that we made and because of the money I was able to pull out. Even if it's 1 or 2 of those stories, and the rest of the hundreds and thousands of people go and steal this shit and become, low lives, it'll be worthwhile. That is the value of risk. That's the value of trust. You guys understand? I witnessed someone else, YouTuber live, had your live in the background. Oh, fuck no. Brand, call him out right now. Having my stream in the background while you're streaming is absolutely insane. If that's you right now, if you have my stream fed to another stream and you're taking advantage of that, you're a pussy. And if you guys are watching their stream, comment pussy in their YouTube chats because that's low life behavior. That's just, I worked years to learn this strategy. I lost thousands of dollars, hours and hours of sleep. I lost friends and family to learn this strategy. And I'm out here giving it out. If you're going to be taking advantage of that for your own stream and your own benefit, and you're not going to give me the credit for it, that's despicable behavior. How do you feel about what BRICS is doing right now? And what's your expectation of the US dollar? US dollar to the moon. And I would actually, Reginald Roosevelt? My God, what a name. Reginald Roosevelt. My God, bro. What a name, bro. Okay. Watch this podcast with Brent Johnson. Brent Johnson, he created a theory called the dollar milkshake theory, which explains how because the whole world takes debt from the US government in dollars, they have to pay back the interest on that debt in dollars. So every country, all 160 countries in the world, need US dollars to pay back their interest on the debt, which is that's what the demand for the dollar will continue to give it value. Watch the Brent Johnson Market Outlook 2023 video that I posted. Okay. This will explain everything you got to know about the dollar. Now, I'm also going to have another interview with Bob Elliott here pretty soon to talk about where the dollar is going. And of course, if you guys want to know what Bitcoin's going to do and what crypto is going to do in 2024, I highly recommend you watch this interview with Anthony Pompliano, who was the face of Bitcoin for years. He was the face of Bitcoin. He used to be the guy that we would send up on CNBC and Bloomberg and Yahoo, and he would go and beef with, the Morning Joe and Jim Cramer and all these guys. He's the guy that would go beef with them. He's the guy that did the face-to-face, fuck, dude, my favorite debate. I'm a fucking nerd for this. So you guys are about to see my nerdy side, but I'm a fucking nerd for gold versus Bitcoin debates. I live for this shit. This is my entertainment. Anthony Pompliano debated Peter Schiff, which is the #1 gold advocate in the world. Okay, they debated which Bitcoin versus gold, and Anthony put him at the top. He turned him into a mop head and just mopped the floor with him. Okay, that's what happened. So I highly recommend you guys check these out. These are timeless classics. I don't do podcast for the moment. I do podcast for a timeless amount of value. So check these out. And take notes, and anything you don't understand, bring back on this stream and let's answer it. Come on. Come on. And yeah, I do not believe that BRICS has any real is not a real danger to us. But I do believe if we continue to have another 4 to 8 years of weak leadership, BRICS has every right to take the global dominance. And so I need Americans to wake the fuck up because this is real. Right now, as an American, you have privileges that you do not really appreciate if you don't travel often. Going into the next 4 to 8 years, if we don't have a strong president in 2024, this is going to be the most consequential election of our lives. Will America lose its global dominant status or will we maintain it? If we lose it, BRICS has every right to eat our lunch. Plain and simple. Reginald says, thanks, bro. Love you, man. For sure, bro. You got a great name, man. You can run for office, become somebody famous with a name like that. All right. He says LMAO Mike, LTO. Who the fuck is LTO? Who the fuck is who the fuck is Mike, bro? Brand, give me a real name that I can look up. If I look up Mike LTO, is anything gonna even come up? Is this guy the football player? Live trading session, US 30, 100, NAS100 gold. Huh. Sounds a lot like what we put in our descriptions for these videos, ain't it? Yeah, do Forex, NAS100. Man, these people suck. Is it this guy? Yo, ain't this one of Jessica Lane's? Ain't this one of Jessica Lane's people? Yo, you gotta show me which stream, bro. This is crazy. Let's see if he's even using my strategy. Nah, bro, there's too many lines on this chart. He's definitely not using this strategy. Look at that late ass entry, bro. You guys ever think I'd get a late entry like this? Don't ever disrespect me like that. I know he's a student of Jessica because I'm pretty sure we gave him free tickets to the summit last year. We put him on. That's why, like, I mean, bro, people just gotta give credits. People gotta give credit where it's due. That's crazy. He is great, knowledgeable, and honest like you. Amanda, if he's stealing my shit, how the fuck is he honest? What are you even talking about, Amanda? How the fuck am I sitting here calling somebody out for stealing my intellectual property, and you're even gonna have like the like no the shame like the no shame to even be able to call him honest at the same time? What's wrong with you? This is literally like watching CNN. We all see something that's clearly messed up, and someone's like, "This is all the best thing ever." We're like, hold on, what? I stumbled on this guy. He ain't anything to listen to. All the cap, even try to compare to you, a god live trader. First off, don't ever compare me to a god or anything like that. Ever. That's blasphemous. There's only one God, and Christ is King. I'm unbelievably competent in my skill. I have total self accountability, and I have a growth mindset. I'm not a goat. I'm not a god. I'm not none of that. I'm the most competent. I'm the most accountable, and I'm the most growth minded person. This is who I am. All right. Now I appreciate that, but really got to watch yourself. And you got to give credit to the right people. But I don't care. I don't care if he's providing value or not. Like, is he stealing my stream? That's what I mean. Is he stealing info from the stream? That's all I care about. Yeah, thank you very much. I gained about 4%. There we go. Gali, I can't read Arabic anymore, brother. Can you help me out here with the name? I'm gonna butcher it. Oh,
عبد الرحمن ربيع.
Abdul Rahman, what? Rabia?
ربيع.
Rabia. All right, Abdul Rahman. Congratulations, brother. 4% up. What did Future say? He said 4%, 10 behind. You could see something like that. I don't know. I literally saw someone trying to teach the CA strategy like it's crazy AF how they don't give credit to the founder. Brother, there's so much nuance to my strategy too that at the end of the day, you can't teach something unless you really know it. You can use my strategy. I've made it simple enough for everyone to use, but to teach it, you're going to know in the first 10 minutes whether the person actually knows my strategy or not. You guys understand me? I'm explaining wick fills. I'm explaining the closure. I'm explaining when to put stops and break even. So there's a lot to it. Jeffner said that sounds like that name sounds presidential. Reginald Roosevelt, bro, I'm about to vote for him right now. The guy could be horrible. Right? The guy could be incompetent. I'd still vote for him. Reginald Roosevelt, bro, you should run for the Democratic Party. You might win. They need somebody with just a decent name up there. So they got Kennedy up there. That name comes with a lot of responsibilities. That ass, but so does yours, Jacques Olivier. You feel me? You gotta go. You gotta rob. Fucking. You gotta. What was that movie, man? The Pink Panther. You're gonna have to break into the British Museum of whatever of history and take the diamond with that kind of name, brother. With Jacques Olivier. You gotta fucking. You gotta fucking beef with Inspector Rousseau. You feel me? With that kind of name. Facts, I agree. I'm listening to this guy Vivek, and he's speaking facts. But Vivek for president, man. I'm telling you guys right now, Vivek for president.
January 15th, moment of truth.
January 15th. Becky is saying, where's your TP? Listen, Becky, if you don't know how to read a price chart, do not take trades. What business do you guys have taking trades if you can't read the long and short position tool? Like, guys, I'm being for real. Trading is not a game. Like, do not put money at risk. Like without learning the basics. If you don't know about this long and short position tool and you don't know how to look at the numbers on the right, if you don't know how to look at this and look at the numbers on the right, and you're asking these kinds of questions, why would you put money at risk? What are we doing here?
Yeah, guys, he's even got two lines drawn out showing the TP1 and two, like
it says it on the fucking right.
Yeah.
Like it says it right here. Yeah. Lord have mercy, brother. Lord have mercy. It says TP is the red part. Wow. Wow. We got Albert Einstein in the fucking chats, people. We got fucking Stephen Hawking in here today. Hey, W Stephen Hawking in the chat. Fuck me, dude. Roy, when do you think AI trading will take over? To be honest, sooner than you think. It's not AI trading because the markets are already run algorithmically. But I mean, that's how I developed the strategy, is learning the algorithm of how the market works. Automated trading, where I can input my strategy into a system, that's going to happen in 2024. That's a promise. Gee, what's this man saying in Arabic, bro? I feel like he's saying something disrespectful now.
Saying something about the Discord, bro. I don't know.
Discord? Is that what he said? Discord?
Yeah.
That's funny as shit.
He's trying to get in the Discord or something.
Josh Richards said, what if Becky can't see? How the fuck she know I'm in a trade then? Josh? See, that's not, you got to be competent, brother. You got to be competent when you make references like that. How do you know I'm in a trade? And if you're blind, listen, with all due respect, trading is tough. It's a visual sport. Unless somebody can read you the tape. Somebody could read you the price quotes and you became so good that your other senses became heightened and you found a way to be able to read the price quotes without having to see the chart, and you can visualize the chart just by someone telling you the close of every candle, every hourly candle. Oh my God. Like Helen Keller status? Okay, maybe. But let's just go ahead and assume that she can see. Okay? How the fuck did you find my stream if you can't see? Brother, you'd have to search hard to find me. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not very highly recommended. Becky is colorblind. Oh, damn. All right. I'm a piece of shit for that. Damn. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm a piece of shit, bro. If she's colorblind, I'm a piece of shit.
No, man. Payne is trolling, bro. He said a green is red for her.
Yeah, I'm fucking. Son, I feel so bad. Holy shit.
Yo.
Nah, bro. Oh, that'd be so bad, folks. No, man. I'd feel so bad. Like the rest of my life, I'd be carrying that one. Like Roy was roasting the next.
Becky, do we owe you an apology? Are you colorblind?
I ain't apologizing. I made a joke based on the context I had. Let's not get into the apology world over here. I'm talking about I'm gonna feel bad. I'm not saying I'm gonna sit here and fucking start crying about it. Listen, He says, "Do you have a Discord in Arabic?" Ken, how are you? Ken, you speak Arabic with a name Ken? What the fuck is happening today? Yo, I'm so confused.
Yo, it must be Lebanese.
Yeah, we got presidential. Yo, yo, get the fuck out of here, son. I know fucking. There's no Lebanese name. What kind of Lebanese Ken do we have here?
Yeah.
TradingView has a good long and short position video. Brother, take a course. Fuck. See, Roy's gonna get canceled by the blind community. Jacques, add it to the list, brother. Add it to the list.
Get in line.
Yeah, get in line, bro. You got way more motivated and angry people that are in line, bro. We got the astrology people are 5 steps ahead of you.
Yeah.
Oh, he said Google Translate, bro. Oh my God. All right, all right.
Uh,
Ken said I speak 5 languages. Well, okay, if you're using Google Translate, I hope you speak more than 5, brother. I stopped knowing how to translate after after that one language. This is gonna take so long. Y'all, TP finna get hit today. I'm gonna just tell you guys, but it's gonna be hours after the stream. I might just hang out here all day just until TP hits. I just want the satisfaction of TP hitting on stream. Becky, are you colorblind? And Amanda said, I don't think he is stealing. He teaches what he learned from Jessica, which is market structure. But if guys, yo, whoever was calling out Mike Lito, now you're gonna have to answer for yourself. Did he actually use my stream in his streams? Because we gotta know this. Brand, just let me know, man. Let me know. And I got you covered, bro. No one's gonna do shit to you. You got full coverage here. But I do want to know. But I really do speak 5 languages, and I've been training martial arts all my life. Brother, you might belong on the CA team. What languages do you speak? It better not be 3 different dialects of Urdu, my boy. All right. He said I speak Northern Urdu, I speak Pashtun, and I'm like, all right, man. Fuck. It's like that's the same shit. Oh man. Ken, we'll see you on the world tour, my friend. President Reginald Roosevelt said, "Nah, I'm gonna stay low key and be a fundamental trader for life. I want the money, not the fame." So that's a smart man right there. Reginald, you have your head on straight. That statement alone just said it all. And nah, I'm going to stay low key and be a fundamental trader. Okay, well, you just said the same thing twice, so maybe you can't be a fundamental trader, brother. Redundancy is not productive for macroeconomic trading. Okay. Ken, what languages do you speak? And then everybody else, if you have one last question, let's do one more giveaway. Josh, you making a Ken doll reference one more time. This is strike number 2. Josh, you got one more strike, and I'm about to hop off, and you're already on 2 strikes. How's that even possible? He says English, Persian, Japanese, German, and Spanish. What the fuck, dude? First off, I've never felt so inadequate in my life. All right? Hey, yo, if you guys have kids, let me give you guys a piece of advice. And your kids are going to hate you. They're going to absolutely hate you, and you're going to have to put up with this. My parents forced me to learn multiple languages. I was born in Lebanon, so my first language was French. My second language was Arabic, and then I didn't learn English until I moved to America when I was 10. And so I had to learn these languages. And then my parents put me into playing an instrument. Right now, I was getting bullied for being in orchestra when I was a kid. Nobody wants to be the orchestra kid. You're carrying the shit around class and whatnot. No one wants to be that person. I can play the cello today. I can rip the cello today. Do you guys know how big of a flex that is? Right? I hated my parents at the time. Now I'm a G. This person knows English, Persian, Japanese, German, and Spanish. I don't give a fuck how mad your kids get at you. Force your kids to learn multiple languages because it ain't possible after a certain age. It gets really, really hard. With a growth mindset, you can do it. But I guarantee you all, it'll be in your best interest to force your children to learn multiple languages so they can be as capable as possible. My dad got the disappointed dad emoji in his facepalm. Dad, I would tell you this. I'm like, Dad, I'm a fucking loser at school. I want to put the cello at home and I want to go do a contact sport. And you guys were like, play your scales, right? That was beneficial. But now I can rip the cello. Now I'm like, yo, ma, and I can just go out here. I can finesse, women love me. I'm playing the piano at a party. Whoever can play the guitar at a house party, right? You're that dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. If anybody here is in college listening to this, but you learn how to play the guitar, right? You had a day party. You pull out the guitar and you play that. So, bro, it's done. You're that dude. So learn skill sets, especially early. It gets harder the more busy that life gets. And so, yeah, if you guys have kids, force them into it. Okay, cool. Put a one in the chat if you guys learned something today. And let's actually give me one takeaway of something that you learned today. Give me one takeaway, and I'm going to select a random person, one person to get a free seat to the masterclass, and one person to get a free FX Summit ticket. This man Chris said Ken also plays the guitar. Blue Soft says how I can learn trading. What you will do is you're going to head over to our website. The link is in the description. You're going to click live classes, and you're going to go ahead and secure your seat to the NAS100 Masterclass in February to learn everything you need to know about this day trading strategy and how you too can catch wick entries yourself. Ken says, I do play the guitar. Ken, I'm going to kick you out of here just for making me feel bad, bro. You're making me feel bad about the level of skills I got. Josh, you're an idiot, brother. All right. He says the DJ gets more girls. Learn how to DJ. Dude, the fucking Spotify is a better DJ than most of these guys. They have the perfect transitions. They will find the next song for you. And in another year or two, AI will be the better DJ than anybody you're running a Serato machine. Okay? Let me just tell you right now. Buddy, if you're at a day party, and this is for the college folks, because like if you're at a day party with like grown folks, I mean, it's not as impressive. But if you're at a party, college party, you're in the room, everyone's sparking up one. You take some time away, you go spend some time somewhere, and then you pull out the guitar and the girls are in there just losing their mind. But I've seen this. I've seen this in my own eyes. I'm like, where'd all the girls go? They're like, he took all of them. He didn't say he saved none of them for us. They're like, no, he took them all, right? He played one song that he was at it. He missed the words on the song, didn't even matter. They were loving it. They were singing along and shit. You got to learn the skills that are going to be beneficial for the environment that you're in. This is true. I'm giving you guys all types of game, but give me one thing that you guys learned from this stream today, and I'll pick one person to get a free seat to the masterclass and one person to get a free FX Summit ticket to go to Dubai. No, the flight is not included, before you guys ask. Okay, you have a basic white American accent. That's called assimilation. That's called, if I'm going to speak English, I'm going to do it better than the English speakers, right? Because I want to be the most competent. I want to be totally self-accountable. I want to have a growth mindset. The people that are like, oh, I've only lived in America for 10 years. That's why I have an accent. No self-accountability. None. Zero. You can stand in front of a mirror and practice your accent, but they chose not to. They have zero accountability. And then there's people that are like, oh, I'm already 40 years old. I'm already 50 years old. I can't learn this new language. Oh, that's why my mom can't learn this language. That's why my grandparents can't learn this language. They have no growth mindset. Okay? So the reason that I sound like I have a traditional American accent is because I learned from the most intelligent traditional American speakers. You guys know that there are very smart speakers that wrote books using their intelligence that you can then read, and then you can have these phrases just like literally in your toolkit ready to go. You have sentences that you never put together because you have, like, there's sentences that you'll read from Mark Twain or from any intelligent writer that you'll just have ready to go from that point. Like, come on, man. So a lot of people just don't have the accountability to do what they need to do. To. The biggest takeaway, James said, actually Ken has one. Well, James has one. Follow your plan to the T. Yes, but that's too basic, but you could find that info anywhere. This is what I learned today. Trust your strategy and do not second question it. Okay, well, that's a lesson from every stream and every time I trade. So that's going to be I'm from South Sudan. Awesome stuff. Bluesoft, welcome to the streams, and shout out to South Sudan. Shout out to all the Sudanese out there. The takeaway, learning from someone competent is this in the skill set will speed up your journey. James, that's a good takeaway. That's a good takeaway. One takeaway from today is how to set a good stop loss. When you mentioned to put it well below the imbalance, oh, Amanda, you actually took that one away. Damn. Okay, good for you. Good for you. Matter of fact, Amanda, have you already taken the masterclass? Let me know real quick. That was such a good takeaway. That one, oof. I have to give you something for that one. Patience pays, remain accountable, and stop looking left and right for excuses. Okay, I like that one. This goddess trades Forex. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Okay, we got two so far. Yo, why the ladies got the biggest takeaways from the stream? What's up, guys? Fellas, why y'all make me look bad over here? Everyone says, oh, men are going to be more successful at trading, and every single time we do one of these, it's women that have the correct answers. It's all the lady traders that are coming up with the right feedback. What the fuck is going on? Why y'all making me look bad? I'm giving advice to men on here, and you guys are out here embarrassing me like this. Come, give me some good feedback. Is this proof that women are better listeners? Is this a quantifiable evidence? Is this objective observations? Let me get on the Zoom call right here. Okay. Learn the strategy like the back of your hand. That's for damn sure. That's non-negotiable. Instruments are a chick magnet. And it depends on the instrument. If you play the clarinet, it's going to be tough to pull women playing the clarinet, right? Everybody thinks of Squidward, right? Just everybody, like the one that Squidward plays, right? Not attractive. You play the piano, you play the guitar, you play a string instrument, you can sing, you even if you can DJ, whatever it is, if you have a skill set, it definitely goes a long way. Shannon said that you should never be worried if you trust your strategy. Shannon, that's a big one. But also if you understand the strategy, but you're over leveraged, Shannon, you can still be in that place where you're just nervous. You can't stop staring at the chart because you're over leveraged. You're in too deep. There's too much on the line. So that's another big one. Walter said, stick and trust the strategy so I don't go fingers crossed in my trade. That's a big one. But I'm expecting a little bit more from you guys here on the Zoom chat. If you have a strategy that works, you can't be anxious when you enter a trade. Rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Jacques took away the insight, the timeless wisdom from Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Jacques, I got something for you. Walter said, I also learned that Bryce can kick everybody's ass. Yeah, why do you guys think I stopped insulting Bryce? I throw most of my insults at myself or throw them at the chat. I had to stop talking shit to Bryce, bro. I could hear my legs snapping in half.
Yeah, it's not pretty fast. That's okay. It's all love.
I hope so, brother. I hope so. If you guys want these streams to continue, you want me to be nice to Bryce and Golly too. I saw Golly really stepping into his hooks now and really landing. And I'm like, all right, bro, I might have to stop I might have to stop fucking, creating so much beef for no reason. If you create beef with incapable people, first off, that's called bullying. So I would never do that. But now if you start beef with people who are too capable, now you're just putting your hand in the lion's cage. All right. Now then again, I love danger. Right. So I might be doing this for my own benefit. I want Bryce to get a little mad. We go in there, spar, all of a sudden, toe hold. You feel me? I don't know. Whatever you guys do in jujitsu, right? Toe hold, right? I don't know.
You always come out with the toe hold shit.
Because it's like, oh, don't make me ankle pick you, dude. Like fucking all right, bro. Like if you tell somebody you're gonna bounce their head off the canvas, bro, that's scary, right? Be like, oh shit, bounce my head like a basketball off the canvas. What did Connor say? He said, I'll stomp on your head as you're unconscious. God damn, bro. Wow. If you tell me you're gonna ankle pick me, I don't even care if my ankle snaps halfway off, you throw it across the room. It's like, how scary can that sound? Right? Now I'll be honest, depending on the circumstance, I might rather get kicked in the face than get my ankle snapped. Right? I might never recover from the ankle snap. So I don't know. You always remind me to work on my competency and value to be confident in myself. Miss Katie, I love that. That's awesome stuff. Self-accountability is required for growth. Amanda said, no, I haven't taken the masterclass, and I'd absolutely love to join if you'd allow. Amanda, email us at info@chartaddictsfx.com to claim your seat for the masterclass because you did have that takeaway, and you did take something that was honestly kind of a secret. And I tried to go through it very quickly because the people who understand the strategy, it's going to make so much more sense when you have the class. But the fact that you picked that up is honestly very impressive. I'll just be real. So the measurement of the fibs to find today's entry and the re-entry on the 15-minute. Mike, you don't fucking need the class, bro. Mike, matter of fact, because you've had so many good answers today, let me get you the free ticket to the FX Summit. All right. Mike Pineda, claim your free general admission ticket to the FX Summit. Hit us up in the DMs or hit us up in the group chat, and we got you, okay? Hannah said, I've learned that the red is the stop loss. Oh God.
Guys, Roy's feeling generous today. Throw a 1 if he should give me a raise.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck is this? Gee, we about to use the streams for this. Yo, we're going to train later, right?
Yeah.
Yo, son. Yo. All right, that's all the reason I needed. All right, no, I haven't taken the master. Okay, good. You always remind me. But for real, I've learned that a good support line can help with putting up your stop losses. Okay, that's not going to win any battles here. The flash of luxury cars for streamers in the FX world gets more views when you provide great knowledge like yourself. James, that's just an observation that everybody should have made. Because you go through and you see the goat of goats. You see like Dr. Olson from Oanda with these many views. You see these kinds of views, and then you see the supercar views. It should be very obvious. All right. So that's not too much of a takeaway. I learned the 3 factors that you mentioned that you took away from the interview with Jessica. Yeah, those are huge. Don't put all your eggs in one basket in your trades. Do the right calculations to make sure you can re-enter with a better position. Mikey caught pips. You get a seat to the class as well. That's the last seat. Mikey caught pips. I love that one. Don't enter your whole position on one entry and put all of your trust into one entry. Because what you'll realize is that you may lose, and now you don't have any more ammo to re-enter the trade because you're already over leveraged for the day. That's how people lose their funded accounts. Is instead of having a good risk management strategy, they keep re-entering with full positions. All right. You guys can't just name the stuff that I have up here. That's cheating. Okay, that's just
Can I say something really quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Taylor, I think it's GPIP. I sent you a message on Discord and through your email, so check it. We'll get one scheduled if she's still on there.
Oh, for the final call. Good stuff, bro. I appreciate you, Bryce. No, awesome stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So Discord and email, you should have one.
Awesome stuff. That's awesome, guys. You see, again, W Chart Addicts team. I'm out here whiling out, answering questions, but the most important thing is if you haven't done your final review for the masterclass, we need to see you face to face so that we know that you're taking something away from the class. I can't just send you guys out to the wild and get you eaten up by the markets. And so Bryce was prioritizing that in the middle of this stream. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I'm saying. 100K account example was awesome. Yes, sir. Rodney said when you manage your risk, you can have a better understanding of your batch analysis. Take it one trade at a time, but if you stick to your plan, then one entry can be covered by another. Rodney, that's huge. Okay? Take it one trade at a time, but don't keep looking at your results one trade at a time. Take the decisions one day at a time. And then when I check back at the end of the week and I realize I'm up $7,000 because of all the good decisions I've been making, then I'm like, okay, I made $7,000 this week. Or out of 100 trades, how many am I winning? But if I lose these 3 trades, and I'm looking at this in just a very small sample size, I can be taking all the wrong lessons away. Do you take trades before 9:45? Not usually. Oh, I was close. You were close. I take accountability for my answer. Okay. All right, that was good. Damn, I've already given out way too much. Otherwise, I would have just given you one for that joke. That was funny. Lessman said, what I noticed is to allow the market to grab liquidity and enter Margot bet 886. Lessman trades, brother. Yes. All right. You already know. Lessman, you already know. You already had a seat to the master class, which is how you even know that. Okay. Proper risk management and wick entries are the best risk and reward. Stephen, yes. But we also covered that in the master class, Stephen. Competence, total self-accountability, and growth mindset. I'm cheating. It's on your screen. It's on your trading view. Yeah, James, it's right here, bro. Come on, man. And James, I already have a free ticket for you to the summit, brother, if you want it. And I believe that you are owed a free upgrade anyways, James. So sit this one out, buddy. Sit this one out. You're going to get exactly what you want. Mikey just called me Ron. Brother, get my name right. All right? My name is important to me. Get my name right. There's only one Roy out here. I also learned to apply the 3 R's and just to adjust the market on how low to Asia low to London low. From looking at a 30-minute to 15-minute on the 88.6. First off, I ain't teach you to go to the 15-minute. That was just me being saucy. But stay on the 30-minute, brother. Wait, what do I get, LMAO? Everything is already gone. Let me see what you got. Let me see what your answer. If you have a strategy that works, you can't be anxious. A gardener in a war. Ah. All right, Jack, what do I give you? Jack, I'm going to give you a free seat to the masterclass, and you can either take it for yourself for a review, or you can choose to bump it to somebody else and make somebody's day. And then they'll have to give you the credit because you're the one that gave out the free seat today. So you can either get a chance to give away free $500 to somebody random today, or you can take the seat for yourself. I'm not going to make you answer it on the stream if you don't want to. Okay? Or you can answer it on the stream, be a man, be accountable for your actions. You want to take it for yourself, take it for yourself.
I had one of my boy that was interested, so I might hit him up and let him know.
All right. Jack just got a free masterclass seat. And now you're gonna be that dude's best friend. It's like, bro, a free $500 class, good fucking looks. Your boy better appreciate that, man. That's crazy. Roy, what do you use to journal? Well, because of FTMO, I just use the metrics on FTMO, and I used to use my FX book because it was slightly more accurate. When you split up positions and take partial profits, FTMO counts it as individual orders, and it tends to mess with the risk and reward. But right now, I would say trade Zella. She says, Roy flutters eyelashes. But if you think that shit works on me, my daughter is going to hate her fucking life, right? She's going to play that cute card with everybody in her life and the teachers and all this shit. She's going to hit me with that shit. I'm going to tell her to go fucking run 5 miles. But I'm a dickhead. Everybody, competence, accountability, and growth mindset. That flashing the eyelashes shit, fuck no. What do I look like, a goofy? What do I look like, Andrew Tate? Am I going to fall for that shit? Come on now. What do I look like, Logan Paul? All right, y'all. This is enough. I've roasted enough Logan Pauls. I've roasted enough Andrew Tates for the day. They're all waste men's. Those people are literally a stain on society. They're a giant. They're a joke. For the older generations who don't know who those people are, the jokes of your generation are the mainstream news cables where you guys have been listening to and being indoctrinated from for the last 20 years, because that's how long they've been corrupt, is about 20 years. Well, they've been corrupt for a long time, but just strictly a pure propaganda arm for big pharma and for the defense industry. You've been getting duped for over 30 years, or 20 years, excuse me. So the scams of your generation are the people in power that have convinced all of us that, like, there's people on here that'll tell me not to curse because it hurts their feelings. But at the same time, they've been getting lied to for 20 years and haven't opened their fucking mouth. They haven't said a goddamn word. Yeah, that's why you think that cursing is so bad, because you literally have your head in the sand. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to stop allowing all this dumb shit to happen around us, and we are only going to accept what we tolerate. And I tolerate very little because I have high standards. So, ladies and gentlemen, throughout your life, have higher standards. Just because someone has $100 million and a prime energy drink doesn't mean they actually are competent, or they take any accountability, or they have a growth mindset. He was willing to make himself the fool in order to get what he wanted, and he has lost his entire reputation. He can't look himself in the mirror unless he's totally delusional, right? So this is the generation that I'm the most proud of, is this upcoming generation that is looking at all the mess that's happening and being like, you know what? I'm done following this shit. I'm done supporting this shit. I'm done allowing this to exist in this space, because we vote with our eyes, our attention, we vote with our money, our wallet. So vote correctly from now on, people. We can wake up without the curses. You are a pussy. Guys, listen, there's people dying every day. There are people dying out here. If curse words are going to be the deciding factor about whether or not you're going to make a change, and you're out here distracted by all the wrong shit, you are part of the problem. The people who are on the news, who they couldn't curse because of the regulations, but they're allowed to lie to our face. And the fact that America cared more about cursing than lying is the problem why people are dying today. So I'm going to tell you right now, first off, you can't make me stop cursing. So stop fucking trying. Realize the power that you have over other people. You have none. Okay? If you were a hyper successful trader and you had the ability to get on this stream and I was asking you questions and you told me, Roy, stop cursing in my presence, I would have to listen, because you're a person of authority that I have to listen to. And so if you want to earn the right to tell people what to do, earn it. Don't tell people they can't do this and that, because you have zero credibility. And the people that are more sensitive to words than they are to actions is the reason why Trump was not voted into office. The reason why hundreds of thousands of men have died this year is because people cared more about what Trump said than they cared about what these lying politicians did. Right? You are the problem. The problem is that people cared more about Trump saying mean words than they did about politicians raping children. That's why the Epstein flight log is not released, but Trump is in 85 fucking lawsuits. Guys, this is real shit at the end of the day. Take all the jokes aside. This is dead fucking serious right now. If you care more about words than you do about actions, this is the reason why we have a global debt crisis. It's the reason why we have child trafficking. It's the reason why the news labels or news stations can't curse. God forbid ESPN says a curse word, but they can lie to your face about taking a vaccine that may be dangerous for your health. Or they can lie about the release of certain papers because the CIA paid them to do it. Or they can lie about us going to Ukraine to fight a war that we have nothing to do with, and hundreds of thousands of people have died because of those actions. So yeah, Trump said mean words and he said grab her by the pussy. He said that. Did he do it? No. Did these politicians actually doing that? Yes. So if you're totally accountable, you'll stop caring about words and you'll start to care more about actions. Deal? And if you guys don't like it, go to somebody else's stream. This is not the stream for you. This is for people who are really committed to understanding how the world works and not being delusional about it. If you want to be a trader, at least. If you want to be my best friend, all right, maybe I'll just, you can come cry on my shoulder. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Yeah, Jacques, some people experience that 8-year-old maturity. They never grew out of being 15. It's just the way it is. But sometimes you need to shake them to wake them. This is how you shake people up. You get them past the delusion. You cut right through the noise. You cut right through the fog that they're living in. And you hit them right in the soul where the truth that I'm saying will resonate with you because it's on the same frequency that you operate on when you resonate with truth. And then everything else, the veil, this distraction and the fog starts to get lifted from your eyes and you can see things as they are, not as you wish they were. And that's what trading is. All of this information is noise. You can either see it as it is, or you can see it as you wish it were. Okay, I don't try to see the markets as I wish they were. I see them exactly as they are, which is what makes me so dangerous on the charts. Will there be documents after your masterclass, or is it only online? There are documents and recordings, and for those of you guys who have been asking how long you have access, we will be extending access to everyone who took the masterclass, October, November, or December. We are going to extend your access to the end of January to be able to go back and review those videos. Congratulations. There you go. Roy, would you collab with Nelk boys like Alex G? Josh, honest to God, bro, the next time I see your name on the stream, I'm kicking you out. Okay, that was a stupid fucking question. Why the fuck would I do anything that Alex G is doing? He's chilling there with these fucking clout chasing. Like, what about anything I just said makes you think I'm out here going to be clout chasing? Like, bro, man, matter of fact, I'm going to just kick you out right now. This is just ridiculous. You're going to timeout like a child. Go to timeout. That's just crazy. Yes, but I'm not there yet. I have to earn it first. And Bupon, the only way you earn it is to have these things and to stop and to really look at life as it is so that you can take advantage and get what you want out of life in the right way. All right? I could say all this crazy shit on stream. And when I get off here, I genuinely look out for my people. I genuinely care about traders. And I only ever provide services that are directly beneficial to traders. Those are my actions. I don't care who I piss off or who I offend. My actions will speak louder than words. We put $1 million to host an event for a weekend, just so all the traders in the world can come and have a place to get solid information. My actions speak louder than my words. You guys understand? He said, I hope more people watch Roy's live streams. Then why are you starting your own live stream at the same time as mine? Goofy. You're the last person that should be talking about that, bro. This is not the day. Hey, Roy, thank you for the free seat in the NAS Masterclass. How do I secure it? Send an email to info@chartaddictsfx.com. Take a screenshot of your name in the chat and take a screenshot of this conversation and timestamp it. That way that you can get your credit and be in that class. All right? Alex G wants to be an influencer and that's it. Yeah, he's a demo trader and he photoshops his results. If you Photoshop your results, immediately everything you do after that is downhill. Do you guys know how fucked in the head I would have to be to start photoshopping results? Like, think about that for a second, how long it takes to Photoshop something, and just think about photoshopping your trade results. Like, bro, trading ain't that fucking hard. All right, come on. That's the most scam shit I've ever seen. Just to sign people up for a scam prop firm or for a scam broker that doesn't pay people out, and then that business goes under, and then he just goes on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. That's the last person I want to fucking hear about. That dude is a bum. I'm working on it. Still my first year trading. You got this. But you apply these in your daily life. It's not all about trading. When I tell you guys about the curse words and all this stuff, it's because what you do during your day impacts trading. You can't just take the next trade and just keep growing and growing and growing. There might not be the next trade. Like, you have to be patient for the opportunities. But you have an opportunity to grow as a person with every interaction. And if the interaction to have a strong moral base and have an understanding, then then you'll be able to apply that to your trading. If you're sensitive in your real life, in your daily interactions, you will be sensitive when you lose on the charts. If you can understand, I have no control over other people's behaviors. And so instead of feeling emotionally charged by something that I cannot control, let me understand what is in my control. And that will help you develop to be a better trader. You guys get me? I do it for the record. If you wanted to do it for the record, you would just record a Zoom call, bro. Just stop fucking around. Okay, no one here is retarded. You do not need to do that. You are doing it live on the call. I don't know what. I'm working on it. Still my first year of trade. Okay, whatever. Chill. It's hard for Becky. Bro, I feel bad for Becky, man. Where did Becky go? Becky, we love you. Becky, we love you. The stop loss is the red area. But Becky, we love you. Okay? Please. If you're blind, please tell me. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you guys took something away from the stream. Let's wrap this up today. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys took something away from the stream. Put a 1 in the chat, and let's go ahead and call it a day here. This trade will not play out for another 2 hours. I really wanted to give it a chance to play out, but we're already up for the day. I'll post my results here for the day. I'll post them up so you guys can see, and yeah, we'll take it from there. All right, put a 1 in the chat. Let's go ahead and get this thing wrapped up, and it's awesome. I took money away from this stream. Oh yeah, you did. So did I, bro. I'm up a couple $1,000s. I hope Jason doesn't see this. About to make me pay for lunch again, bro. This is crazy. This is why I hate being a public figure, man. Everyone's like, "Oh, Roy, you made $2,000. Lunch is on you." No, I didn't. I didn't actually. I lost it all after the stream. James, always good to see you on here, brother. Same with you, Bobby, Jacques, Noah, Walter, Two Step, Bianca, Brian, Carlos, Frenchie, Gabe, Janae, Jeffner, Jamil, Josh, Lessman, Mike. I already said Noah, but Noah again. Rory, Stephen, Vanessa. Great to see you. And of course, I said Walter, but I'll say Walter again. Bryce and Golly, appreciate you guys on the moderation side. W Triadics team. And it's great to have all of you guys with us. I'll catch you tomorrow morning for the live market stream. Take it easy. Happy and safe trading. Peace. He says Alex G shares his trades. Ask Alex G where all of his signals came from. Ask him about A/B trades. All right, ask him about Albert and see who's actually sending these guys as signals. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Take it easy, happy and safe trading. Peace. Oof, that last one might get me in trouble. That last one's definitely gonna get me in trouble.